Hello, everyone, and welcome to the CMSportsNet Football Game of the Week. It's week 2, and we've got Manchester Valley hosting North Hagerstown here in Manchester. Stampede night. I'm Pat Stoetzer from CMSportsNet. With me, longtime county football coach Mike Coons. Not too long, but long time. It's still early in the season, Coach. Both teams go after the first win. What are we going to expect to see on the field tonight?
Well, again, we said off air, I like to match up two 3A schools. It's a good test for both of them. Both teams dressing in excess of 40 players. Again, somewhat reflective of the size of the schools. I think this is kind of a feel 'em out game. Week 3, week 4, before you really know who's who. Yeah, but this will determine some of that.
It's a good start for sure.
Absolutely.
We've got some more pregame content to get in, but first we're going to hear a word from our sponsors. But don't go away. The game of the week is coming right back.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Back to CMSportsNet's Game of the Week. Pat Stoetzer and Mike Coons getting set for North Hagerstown and Man Valley in week 2. We're going to talk about both teams in the matchup for a second. We're going to start with North Hagerstown. The Hubs are coming off a 27-20 loss to Tuscarora in week 1. They did go 3-7 last fall. Nathan Butts is the new head coach of North Hagerstown, but he's been with the program for 14 seasons, so he's definitely familiar with the Hubs. Meanwhile, Manchester Valley, we'll talk about them for a second. They fell to Perry Hall 34-6. The Mavericks looking to get their offense going tonight under head coach Bernie Kuntz, who is in his 6th year as head coach at Man Valley. We had a chance to chat with Coach Kuntz earlier this week and talk about how the Mavericks are preparing to take on the Hubs and try to beat them for the 4th time in as many seasons. Let's go ahead and take a listen and a look. Coach, some of the takeaways from week 1, I know it was a loss in the books, but were there some positives you saw that you could build on going into week 2?
Yeah, definitely some things that we came out of it. It was a close game to halftime into the 3rd quarter. Played 3 really good quarters against a really good team. Perry Hall's very talented, probably make a deep run in the playoffs. They did last year, had some returning kids, had some kids that we had to step up and guard and take care of. And we held them in check for the most part, but we just couldn't make some plays offensively. So running game got going a little bit, but not quite as much as we would have liked it. So hopefully getting the run game going, picking up a little bit more where it was, and then the defense staying strong where it was. And special teams did a pretty good job and was pretty sound as well.
You guys beat North Hagerstown last year at their place. Now they come into your place for the home opener. What has to go well this week for you guys? You mentioned some of these things already, but what has to go well for Man Valley to get a win in front of the home fans on Friday?
Well, I think we got to take care of the little things. Some of the stuff of working hard, practicing hard, executing and not shooting ourselves in the foot have got to go well. We can't turn the ball over. We can't have a turnover at the wrong time or a miscue of an offsides or a false start, things of that nature. So, they're big. They've got a couple good running backs. They got a good receiver. So, defensively we're going to have our hands full, but nothing that we can't handle, I don't think. But again, good kids that we'll have to keep in check. And then we got to maintain things offensively. Kids got to make sure they're communicating with the blocking schemes and things like that. We got a good mix of young and old, but again, right now it's going to be key that we need to make sure that we blend that to try to get on back on the winning ways.
Take a look at some of the team stats going into this one. You see the records from last week, Coach, 0-1, and
yes.
Both teams lost tough ones, 27-20. The Hubs lost to Tuscarora. Man Valley fell to Perry Hall. Man Valley's offense is going to want to get going here, and it's going to be a tough customer with North Hagerstown, and we're going to get back into this more. But before we do, we're going to pause for the national anthem. Man Valley rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. And we get set in a few moments for kickoff. We can go ahead and take a look at players to watch for this game. A couple of guys from Man Valley we have as players to watch. It's two seniors who had solid games on defense last week. Crew Boog with 2 tackles for loss. Braden Fritz, 7 tackles in total, and a nice night punting the ball. Field position always going to be a crucial thing early in the season, and anybody that has a good weapon like that, coach, can be a definitely difference maker on defense and special teams.
Absolutely. The punt is a play that a lot of times I don't think young players understand. It's an offensive play. I mean, you're giving up a down to change the field position. And if you have a guy that can thump the ball, you can turn the field around pretty quickly.
You guys did, Winters Mill did last week in the form of Camden Cook. And, of course, Braden Fritz doing the same. We're out here for the coin toss now near midfield. Man Valley in the all-blue unis. North Hagerstown in the white jerseys and black pants. North Hagerstown has won the toss. They defer. Usually what you do these days in high school football and all football, to be honest. You usually want to defer.
It's the go-to move unless you just think your offense is a Ferrari.
That's true, too.
You want to put them on the field right away.
Too,
but otherwise, most teams will defer.
Coach, you mentioned, it's week 3, week 4 is about the time when things start, the identities start to form. But you can make a statement early on.
Oh, sure.
Century did their best last week against South High, fell a little short. Man Valley wants nothing more than to flip the script after last week's game and make a good statement in front of the home fans tonight.
Sure, and we were talking, again, off air about some of the scores from last week, and some teams definitely made statements
yes, that's true.
Last week. But, yeah, I mean, you want to get off to a good start, and again, Earl Weaver would always say, what's a start? Well, is it a game? Is it 2 games? Is it 3 games? Well, if you lost last week, it heightens the importance of this game.
That's
and
true.
I think Man Valley opening with Perry Hall really sets themselves a tough task.
Sure.
Because things are cyclical in high school sports,
Yep.
and Perry Hall's on a upward rise right now. I mean,
Yeah.
Semifinals last year. That's a tough first go.
Yes,
I
it
think
is.
we'll learn a little bit more about the Mavs tonight.
So Manchester Valley is set to receive. Luca Brown back, one of the guys back to receive. And they'll be going right to left on your screen once we get going here. Kicking off for North Hagerstown, number 33, Sergio Melendez. He's a senior. Also plays some tight end and some linebacker for the Hubs. So here we go. Hagerstown will kick from the 40. And we're underway in Manchester. Squib kick bounces off a Hagerstown player. That's a live ball. Ooh, I think the Hubs fell on it, Coach.
I think so, too. I was about to mention the fact that Man Valley only has 4 up front, and that's not a standard kickoff return formation. And it makes more holes. And if you bounce the ball off of somebody, there's a lot of space for it.
It bounced right off of a Maverick, and number 27, I believe, recovered that ball. Germanis Abange. So the Hubs already starting off in great shape in Man Valley territory. Will be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Hand off there. James Jackson, I believe, number 1. He was the bell cow last week for North Hagerstown, over 140 yards rushing for them in that loss.
You get somebody, if you have the workhorse, you're going to ride him as far as he'll take you. Just zone dive action.
Here's the first pass of the game down the far side. Caught. Was he in? He was. Completed pass to Khalil Pegas. And that's a big first down. And 2 plays in, the Hubs are already down in the red zone.
Yeah, the defer is already going to pay off for them because they're going to get the ball first both halves now. Not a particularly stellar pass, but a very nice, a very athletic reception.
And they're going quick, Coach. Hand off again to Jackson. That time stood up a little bit. The flag flies. Jackson gets around the left side, but I think this might be coming back.
In the standard location of holding.
And he was holding. So there you go. So that play will come back.
The play the Mavs had stopped, but did not finish the tackle.
Yeah, stood him up right there. That's Crew Boog there, 52, one of the guys we had pegged as one to watch. So they will back up 10 yards from the spot. It's high school rules. If you're a Hubs fan, you like the way this is going already.
You're on a short field, drive. 3 plays in. Yeah, that's tough to hate.
17 is your quarterback for North Hagerstown, Logan Hoffman. He's a senior. There's a handoff up the middle. James Jackson breaks through it. Gets a good chunk of that yardage back. All the way down to the 15-yard line. I'll call it the 16-yard line.
Mavs have some big linemen, but so does North, and their linemen right now are getting into people, staying on them, and allowing the back to pick his area.
And the ball came out of the handoff to Jackson. Bad exchange. I believe Man Valley might have it, and they do. So that's how you stop a drive. Give that recovery to number 28, Craig Savage. They're fighting for it, but White had already signaled Man Valley's ball, so it's exactly what you wanted if you're Manchester Valley. Savage celebrates the fumble recovery, and I think the handoff just never quite got successfully into the breadbasket there.
Certainly one of the things, you're back on your heels. You want a big play, and they got it. The handoff was not mechanically sound.
Right.
I mean, you have the running back kind of grabbing at the ball, and anytime you're trying to reach for it with your hands, you need to let the quarterback put it in your belly. Now, you had blue jerseys in your face right away.
Yes, you did.
Made that a little tougher.
And here's Matthew Ferran, the quarterback for Manchester Valley, number 7. That's a handoff to Jacob Reitz up the middle, and he has good yardage on first down. Ferran taking the place of Gene Magan after Gene Magan had a great year last year for the Mavs, was part of that playoff win against Westminster on the road.
That was a big win.
It sure was. Program, sometimes you can, again, they've had success in the playoffs, but getting a win on the road against Westminster, who you haven't beaten in many times at tries.
Lost during the season.
Huge win for the Mavericks on the road. So something you can build upon for those younger guys and the guys that are back this year. And Ferran was one of those guys. Now he's in as a senior. We're going to call that a gain of 5 on first down. Here's a handoff again. Hubs were a little bit quicker to it that time. That was Reitz again on the carry, I believe.
Nice job at number 9, Damian Thomas, off the edge, unblocked.
For Hagerstown, yeah. So a third and about 4. It's a long 4, but it is 4. Ferran comes all the way to the sideline for the plays. It's a long run back when you're past the hash marks, but
It's interesting, the frontage. You're going to have your 5 tackle to tackle. The other people are going to put 4 and whatever number of linebackers. If you have a guy like 9 on the edge there and unaccounted for, he can get in the backfield and wreak havoc.
That pass was intended for Walter Sally, a little high, and so they do stop the Hubs from penetrating deeper into the red zone, but they can't go much further on offense, so it will be a punt formation for Manchester Valley here.
And here again is where your punter can be an offensive weapon for you. You gave them the ball the first time down around inside your 30, or around the 30.
Right.
You can get a boomer here and put them on a long field. It turns the odds in your favor a little bit.
Ronnie Savage back to receive. Number 3 is a sophomore from North Hagerstown. This is Braden Fritz, 18. Will receive this snap for the punt. Gets off a good one high. Out past midfield, takes a nice Man Valley bounce there, and will come to rest just inside the 35. Not a bad punt from Fritz.
Well, not a boomer, but high enough that they could cover it, and there's no return. So you'd rather have them on their 34 than your 34.
No return's a good thing. That's true, right. I'm not good at math. That's a pretty easy, simple math problem right there. And so Hagerstown's second drive here starts at its own 34-yard line.
And again, both teams featuring big offensive and defensive linemen. Yeah, there's going to be some collisions.
We talked about it pregame, just some of the size. There's handoff again to Jackson. Oh, makes a man miss. And Jackson's down the sideline. It's a foot race. Oh, he stays in bounds. He's going to go in for the score.
Couple shots at him, and you're not going to tackle him high.
Connor Stack tried it down around the 20, and Jackson bounced off him for a 66-yard touchdown. And the first statement goes to the Hubs of North Hagerstown.
If they keep trying to hit him up there around the shoulder pads, he's going to have a big night.
Well, he had a big night last week in that loss, and Stack had a beat on him right around the 25. Right, not going to get him tackled there, Coach. Right?
Nope, not with the arm up around where it says North. You need the shoulders down around where it says Under Armour there on the pants.
Big Declan Earhart also tried to track him down. 57 you saw for Man Valley. So this will be the point after attempt with 8:51 to go in the first quarter. And
North gets the big break early, doesn't do anything with it. And
low kick, I think it's good. Yep.
Turn around and make their own big play.
They sure do. 8:51 remaining. North Hagerstown 7. Manchester Valley nothing. Even after the decent punt by Fritz. One play, 66 yards.
Yeah, they gave away their advantage there, that's for sure.
You can learn a little something too about those first 2 drives. He had a nice, he took advantage of a mistake there on their side with the turnover, fumble recovery. That side, obviously, there were some missed assignments where Jackson was able to get around that right side and just find some daylight. So got to make sure you can try to bottle him up, right?
And after you blunted the first error, and then you go 3 and out, right. And that's not what you wanted to do there. You want to keep control of the ball, obviously, but the big plays will kill you.
Yeah, no doubt. We saw it last week against Century and Hagerstown. And South Hagerstown. Century had a 15-0 lead, and then South scored on a big chunk play and sort of got some life back. And then the second half, they did more of the same. So
one of the things we'll do with our young kids is we keep stat goals during the game, like rushing goals. And the other team exceeds them. If you take the big plays out, you generally played pretty well. You got to, you have to be able to blunt the big plays.
Big hit there on the far side. That was picked up on a line drive by number. I saw 3. I don't have a 3 here.
Number 3 is not listed.
He might be down at the bottom. There's a couple guys with no numbers. We'll try to get it, but
was a nice job of fielding the kick. You want to field the kick. I mean, that's, again, talk about team goals. I mean, one that everybody has is field all kicks. Ball hits, it's 15 more yards for the opposition.
Sure.
It was a nice job of fielding it. He got it up the field. They're outside your 35. This is decent starting.
I was just going to say, solid position. Out past the 35. 1st and 10 for the Mavericks. There's a pitch in the backfield. Ooh, just good job by It's a good job by Stack just to avoid a tackle for loss, and I think that might have been number 9 again, Coach.
Damian Thomas.
Yeah.
Has been he's been a difference maker already.
Bit of a wrecker here in this first
Absolutely.
quarter.
Yes, he is put the stops on 2 plays.
Yeah, credit Stack to get it back to the line of scrimmage. You really maybe got a half a yard, but it'll still be a 2nd and long here as we approach 8 minutes to go in the opening quarter.
Yeah, the Mavs need to answer, if not with a touchdown or a field goal, to go at least
Clock.
some time
Yeah.
and some real estate.
Yep, two things that can be in your favor. Hand off again, nice run there by number 23.
To 22.
Oh, 22, pardon me. Yep, Jacob Reitz, my bad.
That was a nice run, nice low,
Yep.
good balance.
It'll be a 3rd manageable now instead of that 2nd and long they had a minute ago.
This is their 2nd 3rd down situation.
Indeed it is.
They want to go 3 and out again.
I think they were both 3rd and 4s too, so manageable 3rd down. Getting up near the 45-yard line is Man Valley's offense.
Interesting distance as well.
Yes.
You further down the field, you might suspect
2
more
plays.
of a run.
Oh,
this
got
is
it.
no, they are going to run it.
Get behind the big boy. I think that's
Got
a
it.
1st down. Yeah. Yep. Reitz again.
And Thomas with another stop.
So Jacob Reitz with a good start, and he got the first down for Manchester Valley.
Good job again by the big boys up front. Cleared him enough of a path. Good hard run. And
Up to the 49-yard line.
keep the ball on the cusp of positive territory.
There's Reitz again. And he's pushing it up past almost down to the 40-yard line.
I think they're doing a nice job of taking that to the right, too. I'd be interested to see if they come back to the left, because Means has kind of staked that side of the scrimmage as his own. But they're finding some success on the other side.
Yeah, we're all the way down to, that was a 9-yard gain there for Reitz. We're down to the, let's see, we got maybe somebody had to come out for equipment or blood or something, but somebody's going off the field, and now we can restart. Second and
Amari Murray left. He looked like his arm was bothering him.
Okay.
I like the 3rd and 4 run. All right, I mean, that's a little bit of a dominance situation.
another handoff to Reitz. They're finding some holes.
Came back this side this time and got Means blocked, and now they're starting to get it in chunks.
You got big boys up front for Man Valley. 77, Colton Nunn. 58, Jake Robinson. We mentioned Earhart. He's got some size. Crew Boot, of course, is the big guy up the middle. That was another 1st down for Man Valley. So they want to run the ball, Coach. They definitely, North Hagerstown's got some size too. But
Yes,
like you said, big on big.
They're moving those big guys. I mean, there's a couple guys over there in the white that are 270 plus.
Oh, absolutely. Pass down the sideline, caught! Luca Brown, let's see, did he stay in bounds? Looks like he did. Nice throw by Ferran and a nice catch from Luca Brown.
Excellent throw. Put it right on him in stride.
Right on him indeed. There was pressure coming on the blind side as well. Ferran stood in there and delivered a strike.
And again, not to belabor the one player, but it was Means again. Nine,
yes.
Somebody they're going to have to deal with, and they have adjusted. It's a nice answer by the Mavs.
Absolutely. Ferran to Brown. Braden Fritz's PAT is good. Well, that's how you answer right there.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
I would like, wonder if we could see it again.
we can get to
just
it
to
at some
see
point.
what the pattern was. I mean, it was either a straight fly or it could have been a wheel route.
Looked like a fly to me just because of down the sideline, but you're right. I didn't see the whole thing develop. I was watching the pressure coming from the backside, and Man Valley hung in there, and credit the line, too, for holding it up.
And he wasn't uncovered. I mean, he had somebody running stride with him, but he just had a half a step, and ball was delivered right on the money.
Ties the score, 7-7. 34-yard touchdown catch. Matthew Fran's first of the season.
That takes a little of the wonder out of it for the Mavs, too.
Absolutely.
You're putting the ball on the ground, you're giving up a score early.
Now you can take a breath and reload,
answer,
right? Reload, reset.
You're in the game.
Certainly in the game. So it'll be the first kickoff for Manchester Valley, going right to left here at Manchester, going toward the scoreboard side of the stadium. Man Valley had their Stampede event before the game, and you were talking to me before we came on how cool it was and how maybe other schools should do things like that too. We've been talking about it in the booth a little bit. So it's kind of a special thing where the kids come out, run, all the varsity and JV teams get to go on the track and wave to the crowd. And
also generates among the teams some support for one another.
Sure, camaraderie.
Nothing you like better than seeing the soccer kids at a football game.
Yep. Volleyball, cross country kids hanging out.
Somebody in with the volleyball girls. It's just
And this is a breakaway. Out past midfield, pushed out of bounds. That's number 5, Amari Murray. We just saw him leave the field momentarily in the last drive.
Well, if his arm was hurt, his legs were okay.
They're going to mark him out at the 40-yard line. Let's see.
Nice job by Fritz to hang in, as generally the kicker's the safety, and they needed it.
There's the Hubs starting offense. We'd mentioned Jackson, the running back, Hoffman QB, Tyquel Fauntleroy in the backfield. We haven't seen him yet, but we will. And then their offensive line there as well with Pegas, who caught a pass earlier on that first drive too.
So North put themselves on a short field.
Absolutely. James Jackson got some room to go, upended, and a flag flies in. Tackle was made by Braden Fritz, number 18. Let's see what the call is. Came from the defensive backfield. Maybe a hold on the outside. We'll see. It's early. I don't want to say track meet, but we've already had a bunch of the big plays here.
I'll say it. Talk about the linemen like it's all shot putters, but there's some sprinters in here too.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Both sides. Looks like we had a hole coming back. Coach, you mentioned to me before how the Stampede, they ran on the track and it kind of resembled the Olympics, and you said that you had an Olympic story.
Aaron Brooks, North Hagerstown. Most of you probably saw him in the Olympics. He was the bronze medal winner in wrestling. He's a North Hagerstown graduate. There's a great story in the Hagerstown paper. Greg Slick, the longtime wrestling coach and college pal of Bill Heisen of FSK. Had a goal sheet.
Get back to it in a second. There's a run. Ooh, nice hit.
Nice pop.
Sideline, yep. They got some of those yards.
Got to make sure you do that before the sideline. And Coach Slick has all the wrestlers fill out a goal chart, just to focus them and whatnot. Everybody does it of some sort. And Aaron Brooks' goals were win 4 Maryland State wrestling championships, win 4 NCAA wrestling championships,
nice
and win a gold in the Olympics.
Wow, well, that's the goal sheet. You got it all.
As a 9th or 10th grader, and Coach Slick said they'd never seen anybody fill out a card like that. But he made it all happen because he did the first 2, and he's going back probably in 28 looking for that goal.
He'll certainly have
got a key to the city. And
I saw that.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the best Maryland wrestlers I've ever seen. So that last play was Jackson on the run and a good tackle from Earhart. Makes a 3rd and long. Here's a pass down the far sideline, broken up by Braden Fritz. That's what they couldn't do the last time. They were trying to get it to Khalil Pegas again.
And Pegas was one. He went up almost like a rebounder the last time and grabbed it.
That time
he's going to do it again. And
Fritz got a hand up in there.
You can see that green glove come up in there. The other Carroll County connection to that story is the trainer for wrestling at Penn State for decades is Dan Monthly, FSK 77.
All right.
First quarterback of first JV team.
And, only you would know that on this broadcast.
Oh, everybody in the western part of the county.
I know.
He's still there. I mean,
fair catch. Ooh, great punt. Now,
you don't want to start back there.
I think they're inside the 1. So
1st and 10.
I mean, that was a perfect bounce on that punt from North Hagerstown. Fair catch was probably the right idea. Don't want to pin him. You don't want to pin yourself. Here's Man Valley starting off.
Yeah, this is
Ferran and Reitz.
I mean,
There's your
I'm
big
quarterback sneaking it out of here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, get behind those guys. Boog, Turner, Earhart, Robinson, and Colton Nunn. You could do worse than get behind some of those big bellies, or big bats, I should say, and let them go. So,
Just to finish up,
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
Dan Monthly was a three-sport excellent in all three athlete at Key. I believe he wrestled at Salisbury.
okay.
And went to Penn State and athletic training and whatnot. Got a job there and has been there
That's
probably
great.
since the 80s.
That's great. He's still going, huh?
Still going.
Awesome. Oh,
That helps you.
Now, wait a minute.
That helps
Yeah,
you.
I was gonna say that. I didn't see a flag. Looked like North Hagerstown jumped over, but the referees let it go.
Waving it off.
Maybe they're saying, my bad. Let's see. Hold on. There's a flag in the end zone. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, that helps the sneak.
Bring that.
That'll be 5 yards up, so it'll be a first and 5.
First and 5, yeah. That
Up and
is
around
good.
the 6. Yeah, that helps you a little bit in terms of.
And it's always a great call against somebody that's aggressive up front.
Sneak, the sneak.
The great call on 3rd and 1.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Watching film of a JV game.
Yep.
I won't get into the schools, but one school was extremely fast. The other team never ran a play on 3rd down. 3rd and 1, they go on 2, boom, first down.
Got it.
So
That is a good play. Forget the sneak. Let's get them to go off sides.
Got to have some discipline down there.
So 1st and 5 now. Here's a handoff up the middle. That time the Hubs bottled up pretty quick. I think that was Reitz.
Yes. He's wearing 23. So
That's correct. Braden Foreman's back there too, 42. He's another one of their running backs.
makes that offside penalty even bigger.
Absolutely.
Now
You
it's
only
like
got
you
1
gain
yard
6
there.
on
Yes,
first down.
correct.
But they need to get on up out of here.
Yes, if they want to get this drive, because this would be rough field position to try to punt from.
Yes.
But we'll see. They got 2 plays here to try to get it. Another handoff this time, and this is Reitz again. He got up past the 15 or the 10, pardon me, and that's enough for a first down. So there's your first check mark on the list. Right,
Absolutely.
on that drive.
Yep.
If you have a drive sheet, you're trying to get out of your own end zone.
Don't want to go 3 and out down there, and as you said, you don't want to punt from down there.
I don't think so.
Even if you're thinking about a block or this, that, and the other.
Sure.
But even a decent punt, and they're still going to start on your side of the field.
Absolutely. Unless you get a crazy roll, and there's not a whole lot of wind tonight, so you're not even battling the breeze. Regardless, 1st and 10. There's a little pass out there caught by number 2. That's Troy Letezia, tight end.
Like that as well.
Yep.
Pretty good. A little quick out, fairly safe, and also loosens up things for you to come back and run the ball. Everybody can't just pin their ears back and come after your running back.
Another first down. So first down for the Mavericks.
Yep. They said they had to get out of that mess. And
So far.
They're in usable position.
Oh,
now.
now you're up past the 20-yard line, up near the 25. And they've mixed it up, too. It hasn't just been run.
Yes. Yeah, they can't roll up on you.
Receiver in motion, and we'll pitch it to Brown. Don't think he's going to be able to outrun those guys, and they don't.
He got a couple.
He did. That was 9 again. You mentioned his name a lot. Damian Thomas
is a force, and somebody had him occupied early enough to get the edge.
Thomas got him, but there were 4 yards gained. There's the starting defense for North Hagerstown. We have already mentioned Damian Thomas's name a bunch. Amari Murray down there, one of the defensive backs, Ronnie Savage. Second and we'll call it 6. Oh, ball on the ground and went right into the hands of Damian Thomas. Thomas, yeah, it's okay. Well, I think the ball never touched the ground, Coach. I think it went, if it did, it bounced right into Thomas's hands. Let's see.
Off the helmet.
Off the helmet, right into Thomas's hands. Not the place you want to make a mistake.
Turnovers are a killer. You always want a positive turnover ratio, but you want it to be positive with you having a 0.
Right.
3 for them and none for us is what you're looking for.
Hagerstown starting at the 20. This is Jackson. Couple yards there that time.
Getting a little bit more of a bead on Jackson.
Walter Salih was there to make the initial tackle.
They couldn't get him corralled in the first go-round, but tackling a little better.
I'm looking at one of the linemen for North High. 78 is Joe Holt. He's a senior. He's listed at 6'3", 375. And there's the ball on the ground again. Oh, I think the Hubs fell on it. That's the third time tonight so far. One of them was recovered, and two of them have been turnovers. So
I don't know if they practice on Saturday, but Saturday or Monday, I know what the running back coaches for both these teams are doing. They're doing handoff drills all day long.
Jackson never quite had it, and the ball was on the ground there for a good second or two.
Can't reach for it. Cannot reach for the football.
Third and long, nice tackle there. Pass was completed. Tackle made by 25, John Day.
John Day closed quickly. That's
He sure
nice
did.
job.
It's going to be 4th and, we'll call it maybe 10, back to the original line of scrimmage. I think the catch was made by 10. That was Fauntleroy again. And they have the offense on the field.
Not a lot of high school teams that can kick 35, 37-yard field goals.
Good pressure there by Earhart. Incomplete pass. Yeah, Hoffman never quite could establish his receiver. Actually, the closest guy there was Walter Salih from Man Valley. Good pressure there by Earhart. And when he threw it out of the try to harm's way, the closest guy, yes, Salih. Great job by Man Valley to hold him there. So that's 2 times that North Hagerstown they capitalized on the first one, but I know they didn't know. Both times Man Valley held him out by mistake. Correct. There was that long touchdown run that Hagerstown scored.
When they had the good fortune to have them down here when things went south.
Yeah, right. The one time you thought it would be okay. Closing seconds of the first quarter, and Man Valley will take over again on downs, like Coach said, at the 20-yard line.
Somebody needs to hold on to the ball here.
I think both coaches could say that. There's a give to
nice cutback.
It's a good cutback. I was just going to say the same thing. Good job by Jacob Reeds. He's been toting most of the care. Oh, nope. It is hard to see some of those numbers. That's John Day, 25. 23 and 25 are close together there. That's going to be the end of the quarter.
Again,
a good start there for the drive.
I'm not campaigning for Thomas for all world or anything, but he was blocked early on that play and was still in on the tackle.
Well, he's had a good first quarter for sure.
He's been a presence.
We've reached the end of the first quarter where your score, North Hagerstown 7, Manchester Valley 7. Initial thoughts other than the Thomas show for North Hagerstown?
Well,
Valley's done a good job on defense.
Hold on, Coach. I'm cramping up.
Cramping up. He's cramping up.
That's what happens when you get older.
That's all right.
Just the inability to hold the ball by either team.
Yeah.
I mean, the ball security's been the story so far. And first team to get that shored up is
going to be in good shape.
Is going to be in better shape.
Better shape. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, again, Man Valley did a good job on their 2 defensive stands. They had to do it down there deep in their own ends, and there was that great pass to Luca Brown for the touchdown.
Yeah, that just looked like a fly, just a straight go. There's one of the turnovers.
Yeah, ball security is definitely going to be a thing. This might have been the one that hit the ground. Oh, no, this is a pass out there, and a nice tackle by Day. And then they gave the ball on offense on their last drive. So there's some first quarter highlights for you. Fourth down.
I'd have thrown it to the underneath kid and let him run in the open field.
At least give him a chance. Right.
Here we go.
Yep, starting the second quarter. Ooh, tackle in the backfield, and guess who?
I'm tired of saying his name
Damian
already.
Thomas. That was Earhart that was Reeds on the carry. And Thomas has really been the difference maker here so far. Junior, 6'1", 195 pounds.
Having an old man moment.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, that's all right.
You said close quarters. You weren't kidding.
I wore my deodorant, so I think we're good.
That wasn't coming that way.
So now 3rd and we'll call it 5. It was 2nd and 1 before that, so a tackle for loss there by Thomas.
You get the stop, and now you're back to, if you don't make this play, it's 3 and out. Now let's see down deeper in their own territory with a yard further to go. Are they going to keep it on the ground?
Fair enough, and I think Coach Coons decided, let's talk this over.
Yep.
So timeout by Bernie Coons' Mavericks with 11:11 to go early here in the second quarter. So we'll face a 3rd and 5 when we come back from the timeout. I do like how Man Valley's defense has played so far, but of course the big play was the 66-yard touchdown. So other than that, it's been a good effort so far from Man Valley.
Despite the 2 big plays, I mean the defenses have been the story. I mean they've stopped drives, they've forced turnovers.
Right.
You have a lapse in your coverage, you don't tackle, and that's what I was saying before. You can set a goal of we're going to hold these people to under 100 yards rushing. And you look at your stats afterwards, and you gave up 175. And, oh, man, we didn't do it. And there's 2 40-yard runs in there. And you take those 2 40-yard runs, you held them to 95 yards.
Yeah.
So, some of that can be fun with numbers.
Sure, yeah, sure.
But the others of it is, hey, we played real well, except when we didn't. And
and only did it twice.
And played well 14 times and didn't twice.
Out of 16, right. So here we are, 3rd and we'll call it 5 after the timeout. Put another nice cutback, Luca Brown. Wow, he made that happen on that cutback, Coach. Or else it would have been just right at the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
Or at least close to the first down line.
And again, very impressed with Man Valley. We're going to go 3rd and 5 deep. No, we're going to run it at you.
Crew Boog opened a big hole there, and all the way up to midfield goes Luca Brown on not a risky play, but certainly maybe not the most orthodox play on 3rd and 5. Had a receiver coming out of the backfield.
I mean, it was a power. There was a guy pulling around, leading it up.
Yep. And they got to midfield. So. Now, am I right? This drive started at the 1-yard line, correct?
Yes. Or were there 2 turnovers?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
That's why I usually keep my little running tally here, but I got...
There may have been a turnover in there.
Yeah.
They did push it out of their own end, but it may have been a turnover. 2nd and 1 after that run by Reitz.
Well, if in fact this is the same drive that started at the 1, this has been pretty impressive.
I don't think it is, but I know they got out of the end zone for sure. But you're right, the turnovers have gotten me confused. I got to buckle up here. 2nd and 1 from the 41. They're in North.
Second game for you too.
It is. I know it's early in the season. And by the way, they're in North Hagerstown territory. Little screen pass. Oh yeah. Reitz tried to haul that in, but that would have been a tough one.
Yeah, and I don't know that they had it. I mean, the idea of the screen is you get all the rushers upfield, and then you have a wall in front. Now, they did have blockers there, but they had defenders there also. So here we are. Again, I like that on 2nd and short, though. Get a kind of a game-breaker play. And if it doesn't go, you have 3rd and short.
There you see Matthew Ferrand, 2 out of 3 for 45 yards in the touchdown. 3rd and short. And Ferrand will keep it. He may have gotten just enough. Yep, he just needed basically half of the yard. So. And he does get the first down, so a nice conversion there from Ferrand.
And I would have to say right now, the Mavs are doing a better job of driving, of chunking things out and sustaining, where North has... they've been home runs and strikeouts.
Yeah, no, you're right. Another bumbled snap. This time Fran falls on it.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he lost it after the snap or it was the snap. It looked like he was coming out of there with it.
Snap, yeah.
And he just lost a handle on it, but...
So it'll be 2nd and, 3, I guess. Long 3, 4.
They got the first down.
My bad. No, my bad. 13.
Yeah,
wrong side. I'm looking at the wrong stick. Yeah, behind the chains after that last
Officials like
play.
to say 2 sticks.
2 sticks, yes.
Man coverage over here.
This time Ferran rolls to the near side, completes the pass. Give that one to number 28, Craig Savage. That's all the way down for a first down inside the 25-yard line, down to the 23, I believe.
Nice job by Stephen Vinius. You see him run all five on 5 down there. Is man coverage. He runs him off, and they find the open area that's been evacuated. And
then Savage shed one tackle and made a miss and got another 5 yards.
So 2nd and 13 is a big conversion.
Pitches to John Day, a flag flies. Day does get some positive yardage, but it may be coming back.
They ran it to Thomas's side, and I have to imagine if it was holding, he was the one being held. Just a guess.
You might be right about that, Coach.
Because they've not blocked him very well.
So you're right, a hold, and it'll come back from the spot. There you see Coach Bernie Kuntz prowling the sideline for Man Valley. And now I know it's behind the sticks this time, Coach.
There you go.
We're way back. He got held back behind the line of scrimmage. So
yeah, spot foul back
first
there.
in a while here for the Mavericks. They have held the ball a good long time here on this drive, and the last drive.
And they've been unintimidated by the long down and distance situations.
This is a run, a pitch backward a little bit, try to get on the near side here, but North Hagerstown bottled that up. That was Connor Stack on the carry.
Yeah, they'd like to get out there on the edge, and they can't seem to get out on Thomas's edge, so they come back the other way, unfortunately.
I wouldn't want to go toward Thomas's edge the way he's been playing.
No. But they had to run the pitch then back into the short side of the field, which is not a terrible call.
Right. No gain though. So.
But it was not very effective that time.
It was not. Man Valley over 80 yards rushing so far in this first half. Jacob Reach with the bulk of the carries so far, but they've been spreading it out a little bit with Brown and John Day.
Trips up top.
Oh, batted up into the air. Hauled in by number 20. Can Ferran tackle him? He can. Bryant Nobisi. Again, the ball never touched the ground. Tipped at the line of scrimmage. Hauled in by Nobisi. And the Hubs take advantage again.
This game pretty much has been whatever can go wrong will.
Yeah, funky start here. Little screen pass. Tipped right there by the Hubs and just right into his lap.
Like the idea, trips up top and then come back with the screen to the short side, to the one side. But just a catastrophic outcome for
Man Valley for sure. And now the Hubs will set up at the 25-yard line of Manchester Valley.
Yeah, talk about a short field.
There's a handoff to Jackson. Tries to get around this time. Man Valley's trying to seal up those gaps.
Yeah, they've whatever adjustment they've made. I don't know that you make an adjustment for one kid. I mean, it's just, you want to keep your leverage, particularly the outside guys. This is a nice job at 25.
That was Day, and also I think Colton Nunn, 77, was in on that tackle too.
John Day did a great job of maintaining his position while being blocked and made the runner come back inside.
Hoffman pass complete. Khalil Pegas again. Let's see.
Pegas is money over there. If they don't figure out something for him, they just throw him jump balls and he goes up and gets them.
Well, they were behind the sticks, and that's a first down all the way down inside almost down to the 15. Here's a handoff to Jackson. He slips a little bit, but gets a couple yards through the middle.
Yeah, they're wise to keep using him. Before they were using him as like the lightning strike. Now they can use him as the hammer and just kind of pound in there a little bit. Then get Pegas downfield for his jump ball.
Another handoff to Jackson. Shoestring tackles, though, by Man Valley.
Better
Good
finish.
job. They did finish him that time. The initial shoestring was Crew Boog. Nunn may have been the next guy. And I see John Day in there as well. So a good hold there by Man Valley's defense. And the timeout on the field as maybe one of the Man Valley players is a little slow getting up. I think that's Crew Boog coming off, so let's hope he's all right for the Man Valley side. Good job there, though, to get around those feet.
You got to wrap him up.
You got to wrap him up.
You're not going to bump him down. You're not going to grab him up top. You need to tackle him.
It's the third, and we're looking like it's going to be about 11 or so. Yeah, I'll say third and 11.
Sticks?
Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering where Pegasus is.
And there he is, and they tried that exact same play, and that time it might have been a little high. Good defense from Day and Braden Fritz.
He doesn't like the contact down there. Every time anybody touches him, he's turning to the officials with the infamous palms up, and which is, among most coaches, one of the most despised moves ever. Don't turn your palms up. Go make a play. So you're looking for an interference penalty there, but they're not going to get it on that.
And the Hubs will talk it over. Coach Nathan Butts and his offense facing a 4th and about 11.
I look down through the coaching staff: North, Butts, Foltz, Kirchhoff.
Names you know.
Names are just, they've been in Hagerstown forever. And, of course,
then that one.
A.D. Danny Cunningham, who I've known too long.
Played there, coached there, and now is running the athletic department there.
He was a very good quarterback. He was an excellent coach. If he's a good AD, then he's 3 for 3.
Easier said than done sometimes. It's a tough job.
Not a job I would.
I got you.
Would clamor for.
That's true. Well, here we go. 4th and about 11.
If they got something special, let's see it.
Off and back to pass. He's pressured. He's going to run for it, and he's not going to get it.
Boom.
Good job by. Started that was 58. That's big Jake Robinson for Man Valley with that pressure. And that will be a turnover on downs. I don't see any flags, so I think it's going to be a turnover on downs. And it'll be a 1st and 10 now for Man Valley. Another big stop by their defense.
Excellent stop by the Mavs. Had to get their backs up. But here again, back on the long field. That's a long slog to get that thing up there 86 yards. I think they're around a 14.
Four and a half minutes to go here in the second quarter. And Man Valley's offense.
4.5 minutes to go and 80-plus yards in front of them.
Yes, I was just going to say, facing a long field here, but their defense has gotten them a chance a couple times. This is Reitz on a handoff. Makes one guy sort of miss a little bit, gets a couple extra yards. Looks like a helmet came off for North Hagerstown.
44. Ben Stefano, he'll have to leave.
For at least one play, right?
Yes.
Second and 5 now. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Both teams used a timeout, so they have 2 left. The Mavericks are feeling good about taking a little bit of time here on this drive.
They are. I was going to say, there's no sense of urgency here, which is fine.
Yeah, in this situation, I agree. And plus, you know that Hagerstown, Northside gets the ball to start the third quarter. Here's a handoff. All the way up to the 35-yard line. I think that's 34, Connor Stack with the carry.
I mean, they're running the counters and ISOs, or powers and ISOs. You see those big linemen pulling and coming around the edge. You can cut up in there behind that. There's generally ground to be gained.
Absolutely, and it's enough for a first down. Plenty for a first down, all the way up near the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Trying to follow Jake Robinson there on that play was Stack again, I believe, 34. Positive yards on first down.
Yeah, having a little more success with their power. When they're bringing linemen around it kind of gets North moving a little bit, and those big guys get moving, and then you can use their movement against them. You try to dive, and you don't, if you don't beat them right at the line of scrimmage, there's not going to be much yardage to be had.
2nd and 6. Another handoff. Past the first wave.
There again, just straight up man on man, and
John Day on that carry.
and it's
Yeah, 3rd down.
3, 4, 5 yards.
Yeah.
You're all right with that.
Absolutely.
Now with 2:18 and 60 yards to go, I think you might want to. But I think they'll come back. They're going to throw it. They're going to run a counter. If they have a reverse. Now, I would hazard a guess to say team speed-wise, North probably has the advantage. So maybe the reverse, unless you just really get people going the wrong way, may not be that great of a call.
Handoff again. That's close to the line of scrimmage. It might be may not have made the line to gain. We'll see. Looks like he needed to get, nope, gonna give it to him. 1st down. That was John Day, number 25 on the carry. He got just enough.
Not only do I like how the coaches are handling this, I like how the kids are handling it. You don't see kids out there jumping around going nuts, give us a play, give us a play.
Yeah, true.
They're just in and out of the huddle doing their thing.
We got 90 seconds now and counting in this.
And they look like they got some.
And that was, let's see, no flag.
It looked like they
Direct snap to Ferran, and no one else went. Ferran went, and nobody else did, I don't think. Hey, he got a couple yards out of it.
I was going to say, if nobody jumped off sides, you're fine. The looked like they had a wide out covering up a tight end there.
PA announcer keeping the crowd on its toes with it. We don't know what happened there exactly, but clock running, and Man Valley still has those 2 timeouts. Ferran will throw it, dumps it off, complete it. He's down. That's not a 1st down, so the clock should be running. And
cranking. He went down before he went out of bounds.
Coach Coons will call timeout. Yeah, that was Letizia with the catch, and he put his knee down, and that counts as being down. And Coach Coons will call a timeout with 37 seconds remaining. Nice play to get it back to 3rd and manageable. A nice little dump off, and the tight end went up and got it. So, now,
well, they hit the home run earlier. And,
they did. You have a timeout left, and they feel they have a good kicker in Braden Fritz, and I think that they're right. So, yes, you want a touchdown. Of course, you want touchdowns, but you know that you don't have to give it all in the next 37 seconds to give your kicker a chance to kick one. Now, you have the timeout, so you can work the middle of the field as well. And as you know, clock stops momentarily on a 1st down.
Yes, just long enough to get the chains set.
I'd still run it here, I think, if I'm Man Valley. I mean, unless you got 2 plays.
I was going to say, right? if you're going to run it, you better know what you're going to do next.
Exactly, yeah, call 2 plays.
Now, as you said, if you get the 1st down, you'll get a little bit of a time break.
But just a little bit, right?
Oh, very little.
They want to go quick.
Very little.
Yeah. Well, here we go. 3rd, and we'll call it a long 1. Really, it looks to be about 2, and Ferran will throw. Pressure. Ferran gets away from the 1st man. Throws it out. Completes it.
Get out of bounds.
Well, Luca Brown, he will stop the clock, but he had a chance to get out of bounds. Now let's see what they do. As soon as the ball's spotted and the chains are there, the clock will go. And there we go. So 25 seconds. Ferran throwing again. Going down the sideline out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. 16.3 to go.
How many timeouts do they have?
2, I think. 2. Oh, now 1. We're down to 1
okay.
now. Yep, I think we're down to 1.
The timeout and the sideline, they can run 3 plays here.
And you could still run it with a timeout. No,
yes.
And again, I'm not saying they will, but
yeah, because if you get close enough to kick a field goal, you can ground the ball.
Pregame we saw Braden Fritz connecting on 30-yard field goals. So
yeah, I still think he would have been better served to get out of bounds there, because then they would have had the longer time. I'm sorry.
So you were right. I agree. He got some more yards after the catch, but getting out of bounds saved them about 15 seconds here. So Ferran to throw again.
Can't get sacked. Can't get tackled.
That one is completed and out of bounds. Walter Sallee, 7 seconds to go. Oh, wait a minute, there's a flag. Flag falls right at the line of scrimmage. And that's not good if you're the offense.
No, that does not bode well.
Sallee caught it and did get out of bounds. But hold up. Man, Valley's moving back, so I don't like the sound.
That's a shame. I thought we were going to be able to discuss should they run another play before they kick the field goal. But
yeah, might not have the luxury.
Yeah, they get to run 2 plays here quick, but unless the first one gets them close.
Oh, he's already marking it off, so it's holding.
Field goal was.
Oh, nope. Eligible receiver down the field, right?
Well, that's what the running around does.
Or actually, was that legal forward pass? No, you're right. Legal forward pass, I think. So he lost it down.
So was he across the line of scrimmage?
Across the line of scrimmage, yeah.
Right.
Yep. This is the legal man downfield, touching the head behind the back. I think is legal forward pass. So I think all that went out the window just now about whether they're going to go for 2 plays.
Yes.
Now, could you get something to the sideline in about 7 seconds? You could. And then maybe just have a chance to throw in the end zone.
You still have the timeout, right? So you can go over the middle.
That's true.
You can't do this very long, though.
Oh, that's out of bounds. Or excuse me, incomplete. Trying to get it to number 3 again.
Well, you're going to see, you can see the coaches signaling it there. They're going to line up this time. There's going to be 5 guys standing back there at the 5 yard line.
I think so, yeah. And then there they go. You're right. The Hubs are retreating with 1.2 to go. Half a mind just to run a draw here and call it a day?
I'd throw it down there.
Okay.
I mean,
Fran can get there. We saw it already, so.
I mean, you're going to be able to protect the quarterback. They only have 3 guys up.
Right. That's true.
Throw it down there and bat it around. But if they intercept it, you better be tackling somebody.
So Ferran will throw it out here in the flat. John Day makes a man miss. Now he must got to get out of bounds, and it's not going to happen. A completed pass will end the half.
A little extracurricular there, but not a good place to do it in front of the other home team's bench.
True.
But
no flags thrown. Looks like everybody's going back to their separate sidelines, and we have reached halftime here at Manchester Valley, and we've got a tie score. North Hagerstown 7, Manchester Valley 7, as the teams will retreat off to the side, talk things over, and Coach Coons, you and I can talk about what we saw in this first half. Some quick thoughts from you. I feel like defense has sort of led the day.
I think we saw a lot of good football, but then some, interspersed with tragedy.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
But no, both teams, they have a plan. You can tell what they're trying to do. You can tell who the go-to guys are, and it's right now. It's like 2 guys standing there toe-to-toe slugging it out. So we'll see in the second half
through the first,
what adjustments are made.
Yeah, no, through the first 24 minutes, right, we're all tied up. When we come back, we'll have some highlights from the first half, and we'll have some more halftime show for you. So don't go away. The CM Sports Day Game of the Week coming right back.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Skill, dedication, leadership. Just a few of the things it takes to be named CM SportsNet's Athlete of the Week. Hi, I'm Pat Stoetzer. Each week, CM SportsNet recognizes an outstanding player for their contribution to their sport. Meet some of Carroll County student athletes and join us as we celebrate their performance, impact, and outstanding accomplishments.
CM SportsNet Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Barnes Bollinger Insurance and by Raising Cane's.
My name's Cooper Sheeler. I'm a senior at Winters Mill, and I'm here interning at the Community Media Center. I recently saw this opportunity because I was playing football over at Winters Mill, and I saw the Community Media Center filming and broadcasting a couple of our games. So I thought that was a really cool way to connect with the community, and I really wanted to be a part of that. Pretty much what I do throughout the day is I help with graphics throughout their game on segments and game of the week, and I also help out prepare stats for all the seasons, the spring and the winter and the fall. I update all those, and I pretty much go around and I can just help out. I can help out at games when they're preparing for a game of the week. I've done a couple podcasts here at Community Media Center. I would highly recommend people come in here for an internship. It's a lot of fun. The people that work here are really nice, and you get to experience a lot of cool things that you've probably never done before.
You can help shape the future. Attend the Kiwanis Youth Leadership Forum. Join us on October 1st at 6:30 p.m. in the Exploration Commons at the Westminster branch of the Carroll County Public Library for a community forum on youth leadership education. Learn from experienced professionals about the essential leadership skills young people need to succeed, including problem solving, communication, and teamwork. Investing in youth leadership education is vital for building a stronger community. It empowers young people to become active citizens, solve complex problems, and create positive change. Kiwanis has a proven track record of empowering young people to become positive forces in their communities. Join us to learn how you can contribute to this important work and help shape the future of our county. Kiwanis invites you to be part of this inspiring community event. Your participation will make a difference in the lives of young people.
CMSportsNet Game of the Week. You see the halftime score: North Hagerstown Hubs 7, Manchester Valley Mavericks 7 on Stampede night in Manchester. And Coach, we're going to look at some of the highlights, but I wanted to ask you, I asked you about your thoughts. How about number 9, Damian Thomas for North Hagerstown? What he's done in the first half?
Just thinking about what I wanted to say about him. He was the proverbial one-man wrecking crew for about a quarter and a half.
Yeah, he was.
But if you notice in that last drive, you didn't hear his name as much. So again, I don't know how much of an adjustment you make for a single guy, but if one guy's wrecking you, then we got to block 9, and they did.
They did.
So whatever they talked about, whatever adjustment they made, was effective because we didn't say his name much in the last 6 minutes.
There he was there, the beneficiary of a coughed up fumble. How do you talk about the turnovers if you're both coaches? Because both teams had to deal with a couple turnovers in the first half.
The more egregious ones
self-inflicted
are just a matter of not exchanging the ball correctly. Now we saw Man Valley have a little trouble with the snap at one time. You bobble in the snap, then you're not going to get a good handoff. But mostly, particularly on North's end of it, it seemed like you have running backs anxious, and if you grab at the ball, you're going to get fumbles. Now the interceptions and whatnot, they've just been balls popping up in the air.
Yeah. Well, two of them I think where the ball just never hit the ground and went right to the. I think actually here's one coming up right here. You see the highlight. Man Valley was on the move here. Ferran went back to pass, tipped the line of scrimmage right into the hands of North Hagerstown.
Now, that's just a heads-up play by the defender. In fact, he was being blocked.
He was.
And the blocker came off of it and figured out, I got my 1,000, 2,003. I'm going to release and get upfield.
He was almost on one knee when he caught the ball. So for him, and then nice catch here. That was the one where we thought Luca Brown should have opted to go out of bounds, but he didn't anyway. And there's your first half. And again, 10 first downs to 3 in favor of Man Valley, and the rushing yards are pretty even as well. And there's the turnovers. 4 after last week's game of the week. We had none. We have 4 here in this game. So,
but I mean, look at Man Valley, well over 200 yards, and North back around 120. But there's been a lot of offense. Big first downs. I mean, that's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
I mean, Man Valley has shown the ability to grind the field a little bit, where North is hit a big play, made a good defensive play. And, Man Valley's defense has kind of risen to the occasion, I would say.
Yeah, and I was only going to add that a lot of those first downs came on those 2 longer drives. Man Valley they kept moving the chains on those thirds and shorts, so the first downs got picked up a little bit.
And I think that stuff's huge. I mean, you wear the defense down, you gain confidence, you're moving, and you can wear a defense out. If you can't get off the field on third down,
right,
it's extremely aggravating.
Man Valley's band is entertaining the crowd here at halftime. We've about 7 minutes or so to go before we get back in the field of play with action. North Hagerstown warming up a little bit on the sideline there. So if you're both these teams coaching, you're talking to them at halftime, I think you want to stress the positives and hopefully not, cut down those turnovers. But again, we go back to our pregame show. It's early. It's week 2. We want to make a statement. Both teams can say they've made some statements on both sides of the ball.
Yes, they have. And as you prepare for the second half, North's going to get the ball. Right. They're going to want to. You always want to come out and do something with the ball, but they have the advantage of having the first possession, both halves. See if they can do anything with it. Man Valley, on the other hand, hey, we've stuffed these guys the last couple times. Let's see if we can. The kickoff is going to be a dangerous play. I mean, North, again, as we've mentioned several times, I would easily have the advantage in team speed. And kickoff is a play where you can showcase that.
Yes, and they've shown some of the speed already.
So let's if I'm Man Valley, let's get down the field, get them tackled inside the 30, and make them work, because we've had success when they've had to work at it.
So there's other games going on tonight, Friday night football games here, week 2. Winters Mill, the one Coach Coons has been trying to keep tabs on, all the way out to the Eastern Shore, Seaford, Delaware. They kicked off earlier today. Francis Scott Keys at North County, Westminster at Frederick, Lincoln North South Carroll, Century at Cambridge South Dorchester, and Liberty home against Boonesboro. Those are the games involving Carroll County teams. We can go and take a look at some of the stat leaders if we have them. If we have some stat leaders as of entering play in week 2. The only team that didn't submit to us was Liberty. So we do have some CCAL stat leaders. Here's our passing leaders after 1 week, and we saw Jake Dexter last week with 180 yards in week 1, a close loss to South Hyde. Jacob Metzler had a good game with 2 touchdowns. FSK got the win last week. We have the rushing leaders next, and JT Ferguson again, big game for Century. Luke Phillips with a nice game for Winters Mill, 5 carries and 15 yards a carry will make Coach Coons happy. Even
10th grader.
10th grader. All right, you know him well then. And
absolutely.
The Rodriguez brothers always a force at South Carroll. And then the receiving leaders, again, Will Koenig had 10 catches in that game last week for 99 yards. Tommy Hinkhouse with a couple nice catches for Winters Mill. And Braden Jones, who also had a defensive touchdown, if not mistaken.
Yes, first play of the game.
First play of the game for that. And there's the defensive leaders there as well with tackles and interceptions. Colton Feister, 2 interceptions last week for FSK. And speaking of Colton Feister, there's football standings, Football standings after week 1 again. This is before tonight's play, with 2 teams last week getting wins, FSK and South Carroll. Speaking of Colton Feister, we have him this week as our CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week. We've got a chance to talk to him earlier this week as they get ready for, actually it was right after they beat Smithsburg in week 1. Let's go ahead and take a look at this first CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week of the fall season. All right, here with this week's CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week, Colton Feister, Francis Scott Key football. A couple of interceptions on defense, a touchdown catch on offense, and FSK got the victory against Smithsburg. Colton, what was the difference this year around than last time? I know last year was a tough start for you guys, but coming out with the season-opening win, what was the biggest change?
This year with Coach Krause being as a new defense coordinator, it just changed a lot. All of us, we're just a lot more confident. We come out wanting to play. Like last year, I know sometimes we weren't really into it, but this year we're locked in. We're ready to go. We're ready to take people out of the field. We're just locked in.
There's a different energy. I can feel when we talked to you guys for the season preview. But how about the game in specific? I think you guys had to come back and get the win. What was the biggest difference in the 2 halves, and just what you guys wanted to get done at the end of the game that gave you guys victory?
The first half we were definitely nervous. That definitely showed. Like I said, we were pretty nervous. We came out. First drive came down, scored. Defense did good. Second half, we were just locked in. We stopped them. Put points on the board. just came back, shut them down.
I know you had the touchdown catch. You also had the 2 picks. Which one of those do you like better in terms of individual stuff? I mean, obviously the 2 picks is pretty cool, but everyone likes getting a touchdown catch as well.
Yeah, the touchdown definitely has got me. Just to be the first touchdown of the year for FSK and just to lead off the game with that. I mean, that's good energy right there. So.
Where's Key going to go this year? If you guys play the way you're supposed to play, how high can you guys really take things this year? Coming off last year's season.
Yeah, this year, I really think we're going to do really well. I mean, last year just us being 1-9, I really think we can flip that this year to 9-1. So we just got to stay locked in. Everybody's got to be at practice. You know, we just keep fighting.
All right, well, congrats on a good first game. Good luck the rest of the year. Colton Pfeiffer, the CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week.
CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Barnes Bollinger Insurance and by Raising Cane's.
Congrats to Colton Pfeiffer, our first CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week for the fall season, and we're going to have a whole bunch more in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for that. We do have a couple scores here. It looks like Seaford got the 12-10 win.
That's the unofficial
over
results.
Winners Mill. Boonesboro and Liberty tied 7 apiece. We got that off of our trying to catch some of our social media and our sources out in the county, and also Linganore with a
can't tell you who they are.
Correct. Yeah, we have to do something bad to you. 14-3, Linganore leads South Carroll. We had a tie score here as Man Valley gets back onto the field, and they'll be doing their warm-ups here as we have about a minute or so left before we get ready to start the third quarter. If you're in the Man Valley, we'll call it locker room, they're off to the side. If you're Coach Coons and his staff, what do you try to tell the guys as they get ready for the third quarter?
The first half's over. It's nothing. You know, you got to win the second half.
Yeah,
you win
true.
the game. I think defensively, they keep doing what they're doing. Offensively, as we've harped about the whole game, we've got to hold on to the ball. We can't be,
right.
But I mean, the yardage differential. At the end of the day, you gain 500 yards and the other team gets 20 and you can still lose.
Yeah, that's right.
But
that's right.
It's an indication that the field, you're able to bend the field your way. Even when they've been on that long field. Now, part of the reason they have so many yards is because they keep starting in their own end, but they do get up the field.
True.
So,
True.
And if they keep doing that, they can get a turnover out here in the midfield and drive for 50, they'll win.
Sure.
But
and if
I just don't. As cliche-ish as it sounds,
right?
Don't panic,
Yeah.
don't give up.
Right.
Keep doing your job.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, again, the John Day play on the edge. I wish everybody could see that because it doesn't look like anything.
Sure.
Just look at him. He's just out there pushing on that kid. He made that whole play come back inside. If you can keep doing that, you'd much rather have the ball coming back where there's 9 guys than outside of you where there's 1 guy. And
right.
It just was just a very staunch defensive play. And if they can do that and hold on to the ball on offense, they'll be fine.
And if you're North High, you made a long trip down up here to Manchester, and you got to feel kind of the same way, feel pretty good about your first half performance, despite being outgained the way they have.
I think they feel like they can break it at any time, and they're not wrong.
No, they're not
wrong.
And if you're Damian Thomas, you're saying that's one of my best first halves in a while. Maybe it's not. We don't get a chance to see him, but he had a heck of a first half. They
accounted for him well at the end of the first half, as we said, and they're going to need to continue to do that.
So Man Valley back out to kickoff. Again, it'll be Braden Fritz do the kicking, and North Hagerstown will line up well to receive. Like we said, they deferred, and will get the second half kickoff after they won the coin toss. The team that makes the least amount of mistakes in this half will probably be the team that comes out victorious.
I think conditioning is going to be, we talked about all the big guys for both teams up front.
Right.
It's still summer. It's warm.
Yes.
It takes a toll on the big guys. And if your big guys have put the work in and they're in better shape, that'll help you as well.
Fritz puts his foot into it, and this will go out of bounds. So that's probably not the other part you didn't want to do if you're Braden Fritz.
No, although, again, maybe I don't know that I want to kick the ball to James Jackson either. So,
but maybe not out of bounds.
Yeah, not out of bounds.
I got the intent. He was trying to pin him into the corner and see, but now
could have squibbed it down there to the 25.
Yeah,
or something,
now instead you're going to give Hagerstown the ball at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, way up.
35-yard line.
At least a 35.
Yeah. Now, last week we had Randy Pence with us, and he swore it was the 40, and he didn't know if that changed recently. I wasn't sure.
You know, I've never been able to. It should be easy enough to look up, but I mean, we've run into that as well.
Okay. Well, here's a handoff, and there goes James Jackson. Yeah. So a huge play off the bat, all the way out into the plus side of the 50-yard line, to Man Valley territory, the 45-yard line.
And here's where the kickoff miscue messes you up too. He does that from the 15. They're at the 30. He does that from the 35, and they're over to 50.
Yep. And they're going to go quick like they did in the first quarter. And there's Jackson again. Dances around a little bit to find some room.
They have to tackle him. I mean, it sounds so trite. I realize, but you know, having to tackle him and actually tackling him are two different things. I mean,
13 carries for 103 yards. Our stats guru over here to my.
That's a night's work, and it's only 2 plays into the second half.
My colleague Bob Blueball doing his best job here in the booth to give us some stats. That's 8 yards a carry for James Jackson. He does have the touchdown. I believe he got that carry again.
Yeah, they need to make him run a bunch of 3 and 4 yarders to wear him out a little bit.
That was a good stop there though by Man Valley. It'll be a 3rd and 4 from the 39-yard line.
I'm giving it to him again.
And they did. This time he tries to come on the left side, but a good job there. I think that might have been 57. Declan Earhart. Let's see who comes off the pile there. Yeah, 57. That was Earhart with a good job by the tackle. It'll be 4th and short. So after two big bursts, now Man Valley's defense, and you see a good job here, Coach, how Earhart does a great job of holding on after the initial tackle missed.
After wrapping up.
They did there. So here we go, 4th and short. Jackson. No, he's not going to get it. Another stop from Man Valley's defense.
Big stop.
Oh, and now there's a flag comes flying out. Now, hold on. Both teams are sort of retreating. Boy, this would be, pointing toward Man Valley.
Too much exuberance after the play won't hurt them.
It'll push them back.
Push them back, but they'll get to keep the ball.
Let's see.
If it happened during the play, that's going to be a heartbreaker.
Now, hang on. Okay, it is still their ball.
It should still be their ball.
So it's still their ball. Unsportsmanlike after, so it was after the play. Somebody got a little too much
you
celebratory.
Can't, that's TV. And, I mean, kids just. Now I'm really going to sound old. Kids just need to get off of the TV stuff. Those guys get penalized too. I mean, you're that selfish that you're going to, cost your whole team 15 yards.
It's not something you're thinking about on the moment, I guess.
Thinking.
It's a skill.
It's an absolute skill. Higher order thinking skills.
Try to mark the ball here.
Our kids laugh whenever we tell them, your brains aren't fully formed yet. And they think we're making that up.
No, they're not.
I mean, I was a psych major, man. I know some brain physiology. Brain's not formed.
Mine's barely formed. I've been out of high school for a while.
I've had people ask me about mine.
So that was funny. I think Hagerstown's offense was on the field still. They thought it was a first down, but instead it's not.
Almost, fellas.
Now it'll be a 1st and 10. It just pushes them back.
Yes, and they've been able to handle the field.
There's a give to, I think that was Reitz.
Reitz or Day?
Was it Day? Oh, yeah. I keep every time it's Day, I say Reitz. I gotta be quiet. This
it's pretty smart on their part to give them similar looking numbers.
Yeah,
and mess people up on film.
And almost looked exactly the same too, his body type. But anyway, that was John Day. I was corrected. And a gain of about 4 on 1st down, so it'll be a 2nd and 7. Jackson's over 100 yards, but just as a team, Hagerstown was just 113 yards rushing. They've done a good job limiting everybody else, but James Jackson's had a day. Here's Luca Brown on that pitch again. He got it. What were you going to say, Coach?
I was going to say they want to run this play so badly.
Yes, they do.
And this is where North Speed has kind of negated it. But that, They got 4.
Yeah, it looks like he's a little short.
So they got 5, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
I think you're right. He might have
I mean, if you have a play that's going to get 4 and 5 yards, you'd run it every play.
Sure.
If you knew it.
Sure.
Like, this is kind of big for early in the second
Yeah,
half.
absolutely. I mean, all these third downs are going to be big down the stretch, but you're right. I mean, where this is, where you just give up that big early body blow. Here's a handoff here. This is Reitz, I believe, and he gets enough for the first down.
And now they have the ball almost to where they would have had it had we not decided to jump up and down.
And we got a cramp, I believe, right here.
That's my sympathy. But again, had you not gone through all the histrionics after the 4th down play, you'd have been 50. I mean, they're just to where they would have had the ball.
While the athletic trainer attends to one of the linemen with a cramp, you just talked about this a second ago. You know, just make sure you're hydrated, and you got to get the big guy off his keister there. So 58's Jake Robinson. He's coming off after a little bit of it looks to be a cramp. I'm obviously way up here. You can't.
Yeah,
tell.
the way he's pulling his foot back.
Yeah.
Suspect.
I'll defer to you on that one.
Well, because I'm old and I cramp up a lot? Is that what
No,
you're trying to say?
You on the sideline with most of these guys. We won't say who had the cramp earlier in this game. Well, hey, it's a first down for Man Valley, and a
big one.
Yep.
It does, to a certain degree, negates the penalty. Or to me, it exacerbates the fact that you did it.
Yeah, but now you're back to a 0 almost on that, right?
Rolling now.
Here's that Luca Brown play again. This time he gets past the initial wave, and he has a first down inside, or excuse me, out past the 50 inside North Hagerstown territory. And he's gotten a couple nice runs on that jet. Well, not really a jet sweep.
It's just a standard sweep. I mean, it's see if the
receiver in motion. Yeah. That's crew boot right there.
I mean, that's
boom,
the old
big
Packers with its 2 linemen out in front of it, and that's worked better than the toss. They keep coming back to the toss, but that play's been more of the money play.
Is that the old
Jerry Kramer and those guys?
Seam here and a seam here?
Yes. Yeah. Very similar to that.
Yeah. Vince Lombardi, that's the name I couldn't think of. I've seen that NFL Films play many times. First down at the 48-yard line of North High. Oh, it's a fake. Oh, in the hands of Fritz and dropped. He did have a guy on him. That was not Ferran. I think that might have been the halfback who threw that, Coach. Ferran came this way, unless I got fooled. Let's see. No, it was Ferran. So the halfback came as a fake. Ferran down the middle.
Oof. He's put 2 right on guys'
That
hands.
was right in Braden Fritz's hand. He knows it, too. You can see him right there. Look at that shot. Good shot from our camera guys. Won't be the last time they try it. I bet you they'll try it again at some point.
When they have to pick their spots, I think North has the athletes they could do that anytime they wanted.
I kind of like the play there, though. On first down, let's go for it. I mean, we've been running the ball well.
Their play selection relative to the down and distance has been very good.
And a nice tackle there. That was John Day on the carry. That one I saw. He had some room to run, and North Hagerstown closed quick. I think the home fans wanted a face mask, but I think it was an up-high tackle.
He wrapped up. He had his hands on the helmet, but he didn't grab anything.
Now you're looking at a 3rd and long, so you live by the sword and die by it. When you throw deep on first down and incomplete, you're a little bit behind the ball there, and now you're on 3rd and 9. You are on the plus side of the 50. 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Let's see what Man Valley's got. Ferran has some time to throw. He's going down the middle again. He had Luca Brown just a little bit overthrown.
Now that's the first one he's missed. Yeah, he missed that one just a little too long. But the other thing I like about this is, all right, now you can come back with your run stuff, even on 3rd and 7 or whatever, because you've stretched the defense some.
Yeah, they're going to punt here, I think. It's probably the right move because you can pin them if you can.
Now you want to kick it out of bounds.
You took my thought. Now you want to punt out of bounds.
And it's hard to do from the middle of the field.
Yes. So this is Fritz standing back past his own 40. He gets the snap. He does try to angle it a little bit. Caught it about the 10.
Keep him over there.
And they do pin him in a little bit there. That was Jackson. Oh, no, excuse me. That was, might have been Ronnie Savage. Yeah, number 3. And so North High will take over at its own. Let's see where they spot it. 25-yard line? 26-yard line. 26-yard line.
Get another stop here.
Indeed. They've been asked a lot of
here
today.
too.
Yes.
Can't give Jackson a 25-yard run and then stop
you mean literally here on this play. Yeah, 1st and 10. The 26. And it is Jackson. Let's see. No, he doesn't get 25. He did get about 6, but
John Day again.
John Day and Earhart combined there. Yeah, John Day's played well in defense, Coach, for sure.
Yes, he has.
Actually, only going to give him 4, so gain of 4 on that one. 2nd and 6.
Again, the first couple of plays of the first quarter, they would get that dip in there and break outside and off to the races. And he's taken that away
hasn't been
that
the case.
side.
Yep. This is Jackson on the
So
right
if you get him
side.
on the other side, yeah, decent.
I think he did. It was John. At that time, it was
Ethan
Atkinson, who was their leading tackler a week ago. So nice job by Atkinson.
Which is probably why they were coming to Day so much.
Yeah.
But both those guys, I mean, that's
just a gain of 1 there. So yeah.
And I'm sure they got re-upped at halftime to continue to do that.
Hoffman will pass. Incomplete. John Day, he had a chance to pick that off. Trying to get it to Pegas.
And that's a matchup that favors North, Pegas on Day.
I think so too.
But Day made an excellent play. Might have had a shot to take it, but those are going to. And this is what we were just saying. You want them to punt from down here.
I've always thought too, Coach, that those passes from the inside the hashes out to the sidelines are the toughest pass in high school because the field is so wide and so long. It just seems to be, it always seems to be in the air forever whenever you're throwing out to the sidelines.
And the North quarterback.
That was almost Day again.
Yeah, a little.
And Luca Brown called for a fair catch. Yep.
All right, take it.
Fairly good field position, but you were saying about North.
The quarterback does not, throw a great ball. I mean, it's a little short-armed.
I think Ferran's got the better throw of the two quarterbacks.
Yes.
Check that out, 238 yards and 11 first downs through a half of a quarter here.
And that tells you how, who's winning the struggle in the pits, as it were.
Yeah, the trenches.
But at the end of the day, 7-7. I mean,
and one play can turn the tides here.
One play can absolutely turn the tide.
But this is Manning Valley's one of their better starts field position-wise here, out past the 35-yard line. Call it the 37. Will be 1st and 10 for Manchester Valley.
Get up here over to 50 and put the pressure on them.
I think so, yeah. This is Day again. And Day gets around the left side, and he's got good yards on 1st down. Actually, close to a 1st down.
I think we had some feet tangled up among teammates there for a bit. But still, good result.
Impressed with John Day. He's doing some offensive and defensive
both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
He's been outstanding.
He's a junior. So it's him and Reitz as a senior in the backfield. For the most part, you have had Luca Brown, too. That's a 9-yard gain for John Day.
And now you have, I don't want to say a play to play with, but if you're going to do something off schedule or whatever, 2nd and 1's the time to do it.
Day averaging 4.8 yards, Reitz averaging 4.9, and Luca Brown averaging 11 yards a carry for Man Valley. So they are making waves here on the offense. Here's a fake handoff. Ferran down the middle. Brown's got this one. Luca Brown makes the catch, dropped in the bucket, Coach. Inside the 30.
On his hip, but excellent
throw and
place ball and a very nice catch.
You're right. CJ Rush did everything he could there on that play for North High, but a nice catch by Luca Brown.
Okay, now they have pretty much everything they want in terms of field and play selection. I mean, they can,
now you can set up
any
shop
number
here.
of things here.
Luca Brown, 3 catches for 72 yards. There's John Day again. Big hit. He's still going, though. Wow, look at him push this pile. Good job by me. He got popped there at the line and kept going. That's John Day. He still has the ball. Yeah, he never did. So that's a pickup of about 8. I mean, he got hit right at the 25-yard line and got out past the 20.
Nice job by Reitz and also Aiden Turner, Colton Nunn.
57 trying to get in there at the end. There's Boog. I mean, you're going to do that.
Declan Earhart.
Get those big guys up and push.
Yeah, they
right.
just kept working.
Yep.
They kept working.
Up to 160 yards rushing now is Man Valley's offense. And it's a 2nd and short. Call it 2nd and 2 as we get to the 3 minutes to go in the third
pretty
quarter.
Quick quarter.
Yeah. This is Reitz. Made one man miss, juked past another one, picked up a couple yards. I think he got the first down. He did. So good drive here for Man Valley.
It's been a very nice drive. They took advantage of got the stop, took advantage of the field they got, and are working it down here. And again, they have any number of things at their disposal now. They've run inside. The toss hasn't been a great play for them, but they have it down here. They can throw the ball. They got a lot of cards to choose from here.
This is a fairly revamped offense. The quarterback and the running backs and most of their receivers. James Herndon was their top receiver a year ago. He graduated. And that time was a big hit there by North High, 43. Blake Custer. Nice job by that linebacker. We got a man down for Man Valley.
And
that was a big stick by Custer. That was Reitz. He's getting up now. He's coming off on his own power.
They were unbalanced that time. They had 4 linemen to the right of the center and a wing, and they tried to come behind those extra people, and it wasn't happening.
There, Reitz is coming off. That was no gain. In fact, he may have lost a little bit of yards there. So Braden Foreman's the name we haven't mentioned. He's coming out now, 42. You'll see him running out with Matt Ferran. Reitz is coming off to the side with the athletic trainer. Let's hope he's all right.
See if they come out unbalanced again.
Looks like they're trying to maybe talk. Fixing the clock. We got 2:05 to go. There we go. We got it set. Everybody's on their toes, paying attention here. I think the clock will wind, and it will. Oh, my, and that's going to be unfortunate. That was just bad timing there. That was Luca Brown. Tried to make the tackle, but I think they're going to get him here for a potential face mask. We'll wait and see. That was contact immediately there.
We're not going to see it.
We're going to see the penalty first. But we saw it, and that was pretty
pretty
up high. Yep. Let's see what they call here. Yep, that time he did get some of the face masks. So
got a lot of the face masks.
Let's see it again. Here we go. That was Luca Brown trying to run that sweep again. Oof, yeah, he definitely got him. Didn't mean it, but definitely got him. And that's going to be half the distance, I think. We're inside the 10. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was 2nd down still.
Yeah, the penalty could only be half the distance.
Well, the box says 2nd down. Yeah, I think it's actually 2nd down, 2nd and short. There's a handoff to Connor Stack, I believe, 34. Yep. He got a couple, but third and about 4, it looks like. And that was Stack 34 who carried it for Man Valley. 3rd and short here, and we're getting to a minute. We're inside the 10.
North got their back up here a little bit, so if you got
the Mavs can get a first down and not score. Of course, they want to score.
Halfback pass or something in your arsenal to take some of the aggressiveness away from them.
Also, maybe 2 plays. This is Ferran. He's going to run with it. He's going to keep it. He dives to the pylon, and There's a flag, and he's in for the touchdown momentarily. So that was Matthew Ferran who ran it in. We do have a flag, came in the back of the end zone. They signaled touchdown. They did not say what the penalty was. Either they picked it up. I guess they picked it up.
I was going to say I didn't see anything untoward.
I didn't. I did see a flag, I thought, come out of the back of the end zone. But anyway, Braden Fritz is going to line up for the PAT, and that was a good drive. Fritz drills it.
Yeah, that went pretty much according to script right there.
Absolutely. So Matthew Ferran gives Man Valley its first lead. For a short touchdown run. Nice play call, too, on the third. And, again, I almost think they were going to go 2 plays to get those 4 yards. Even with Fritz's big leg, a touchdown's big there late in the third quarter. Just gives you that full, one-score lead.
And then you wanted 7 there. I mean, you did the work.
Yeah, it's a moot point.
And they controlled the ball almost the entire third quarter.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Stopped the 1 4th down and then took it in and scored. Took a long drive to score. I was just thinking, I thought they might have gone for it on 4th and short had they not gotten it, but it doesn't matter. They got it on the 3rd down. So
I don't know. When you have a kicker like they have, I mean, it's tough to turn down.
It's tough to turn the points down, but I'm wondering, they're smart. They know that North Hagerstown has some guys that can break a play.
Yeah, I mean and had North held them to 3 there, that you'd have to call that a win for them.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
They just got kind of railroaded.
Well, Man Valley marched that ball down the field on that drive pretty easily.
Yeah, they've done that this whole quarter.
Yeah.
This is smart right here.
That ball's live, and this time
not kicking it to Jackson, not kicking it out of bounds.
No, Bisty covers it up. Yeah, exactly right. You'll take it at the 35 as long as it's not Jackson or out of bounds.
Yeah, you'd have liked it a little further than that, simply because you could have kicked it out of bounds.
Sure.
Or 40. Who knows?
Well, I think it's a 35. you and Randy are in the same boat. He thought it was a 42 as well as last week. We'll figure it out. I'll find the answer out and get back to both of you.
Well, we had to come up and film this week, our JV kids, because we mishandled a ball out of bounds that was going to go out of bounds anyway. And we apprised the kid, let it go out of bounds, we'll get it at the 40.
Oh,
Was the comment.
Whoa, and there's a great play. That was Foreman, Braden Foreman, tackling in the backfield. The flag comes in. It's going to be a hold on. Boy, let's see. I would decline that. Let's see what they do.
Pointing it to him. Yeah, I'm with you.
You tackle him behind the line of scrimmage. They declined it. Yeah, I would too. I saw Coach Gerhardt on the sideline waving his hands. Great. I mean, that's shooting the gap right there, Coach.
Yes.
That was 42, Braden Foreman, a senior, running back, linebacker. And I mentioned earlier how they graduated so many guys. And, we talked to each team in our previews and stuff. And Man Valley did return a good bit of players from a year ago's team that had a winning record. So
I'm somewhat envious of both teams in that they have the rosters that they have.
Yes.
I mean, that really gives you a lot of flexibility.
The depth. Clock running, 15 seconds. Second down and 18, and now the clock is stopped.
I don't think it's supposed to be running.
We're going to find out. All right, so looks like 26. Looks like it.
26 seconds. Yep, 20 seconds on there.
Second down, they declined that penalty, but that was a really big tackle for loss.
Yes.
This is a handoff now, and again they hit him behind the line of scrimmage. That's Foreman again. Now this time it was
big boys up front for North wearing out.
Peyton Droddy, that was a sophomore, number 32.
I mean, they're just they've turned up the pressure. They're blitzing, and the big linemen are not getting to anybody.
North High's letting this run out. Well, let's regroup here at the end of the quarter. I'm impressed, Coach, so far, 3 quarters in with Man Valley's defense. After giving up, again, it was Perry Hall, I know, but 34 points last week. and just 7 so far through 3 quarters of play. I give a lot of credit to Coach Coons and the defensive coaches for a good game plan so far through 3 quarters.
Yes. North's in a situation now where obviously they're not desperate.
Oh, no.
But they got to at least get the field turned around.
Things have flipped here, though. Man Valley, the yards-wise, they were in control. Now they've started to move the ball a little more efficiently, too, and play inspired defense.
If you're North, you're not going to get too many chances if Man Valley can control the ball.
That's correct. Well, and you're going to be looking at a third and about 15 or so, maybe even more coming up. So Man Valley's got the North High offense where they want it. You see Coach Kuntz there and his quarterback right behind his left shoulder, Matthew Ferran, talking to him about what they're going to do next time they get the ball. So who wants it more in these final 12 minutes, Coach? That's the story here in Manchester Valley. Glad you're with us.
The Mavs have the fire right now. I mean, they're getting off the ball. They're getting off blocks or not getting blocked.
No doubt about that.
In this play, you're right. This play's big.
3rd and long. That's way overthrown, and Braden Fritz will haul it in around midfield. He cuts back this way toward his home team sideline. Makes one man miss. And he gets tackled, but he gained a lot of yards by changing direction. Braden Fritz. That was airmailed, and Fritz was there.
I don't know who he was throwing that to, but
I think
Fritz was the only guy in the area.
Yes, maybe in the area code. I think he was trying to get it to Pegas. Yeah, he just sailed. And Fritz, I'll tell you what, he dropped that pass from his own quarterback earlier, but he was not going to drop that one from the opposing team's quarterback. Good idea here to come back this way. Got a nice block right there. Made a man miss, and then eventually got swallowed up by Logan Hoffman, the quarterback. But big play, big turnover. That's the 3rd now, I believe, for the Mavericks.
Now, do you go after it right here because of the sudden change, or do you grind it out?
Well, you tell me. What would you do?
I would grind it out.
I know. I've known you for too long. I know what you would do. Oh, and North High knew they were doing it too. That was a nice tackle in the backfield.
Puller never got around.
I think that was Ben DiStefano. You mentioned his name earlier, number 44. That was Day. He lost 5. Well, they give him the Custer. I thought it was DiStefano, but either way, a nice tackle made by North High. You hear some of the Mavs faithful urging them to block.
You can always count on that for the.
Hey, do better. Do better.
Do better. Tackle somebody.
Loss of 4, maybe even 5. So, hey, North High's not going away either.
They're unbalanced again. See if they don't have 4 guys on this side of the center. No, maybe not. I have to look a little closer.
This is Reitz. I think Reitz is back. He slipped a little bit there. That's Jacob Reitz, I believe. So good to see him back if you're a Man Valley fan.
And the slip didn't help him as far as his pain.
I think he got inside the regular 10. So, yeah, it'll be a 3rd and 9. So they did get back under the stick, so to speak.
Get down here and score. I might give him the night off.
You're not that far away from field goal range here. So you got to play this a little safer.
And that would make it a 2-score game.
Yep. With a ton of time left still, of course. 10 and a half minutes. We got a lot of time to go here. On our CMSportsNet Game of the Week broadcast coming to you from Manchester Valley High School. Pat Stoetzer and Mike Coons entertaining so far. A lot of defensive efforts and a nice offensive performance so far from Man Valley.
No, they are not unbalanced.
Yeah, that's 2 men on the field. Yeah, that is going to go backward. It's too many men on the field, legal substitution, whatever you want to call it. I saw I think it looked like 16 was trying to hustle off the field.
Yeah, you can't.
Or 18.
You can't have 12.
Fritz. Yeah, exactly. So that'll push him back 5. And now you're out of range more than likely. Well, I say that, but we'll see. See what Coach Kuntz draws up here on 3rd and long.
They've not been afraid of this.
No, they haven't.
I mean, they've run it well enough if they can get 6 or 7 here.
Yeah. Ferran will look to pass.
He's got field if he wants to go.
It's up for grabs.
Yeah.
Intercepted, and
Arguably as good as a punt, but
Yeah.
I think he had field.
Yeah, there's a flag down. I think it's going to be a hold, so it's going to be moot because it was an interception. I believe that was hauled in by number 5, Amari Murray. I have to say they're going to decline that. Also, legal man downfield, so
all the more reason.
Yeah, yep. So here you see it.
75 is the illegal man down. He's just blocking somebody.
Fran's trying to make a play, and then double covers there in the end zone. I think it was, oh no, you know what? It was 3. Pardon me, it was Ronnie Savage with that interception, so I thought it was 5.
His name's come up a couple times this half. He's had a decent day.
He has. We've mentioned a couple of their guys, Murray, Savage, and of course James Jackson on the offense, number 1. So North Hagerstown does get the stop it wanted, and it comes in the form of an interception. So 3 apiece now, I believe, turnovers. 6 in this game. We had it too good last week. No turnovers. Now we get 6. That's a touchback. The interception was in the end zone.
See, here's the issue. You kept him in the game with that possession, where you could have kind of, as we said, made it a 2-score game. Now it's a, it's not even a. Anytime you can win on the next play.
Ty Gilliam on that run for North High.
And yes. North can if they score and go for 2. Don't know that they would do that necessarily. But.
And here he goes again, I believe. He's got a first down. So that's 2 big runs from number 6. I think that's 6 there again. Ty Gilliam is listed as the running back. Chris Benford listed as a receiver, so I think it's 6, but there is a flag on this play. So hang on. And it doesn't matter, it's coming back.
And again, part of that is related to the fatigue of the big lineman. Right? I'm not going to keep moving. I'm just going to hold on to this guy.
Exactly, right. I'm tired. I can't get my hands up and around. So it'll be second and about 9. Here's a handoff again. That time Earhart met him in the backfield. Yeah, that is number 6 on the carry. That's Ty Gilliam on the carry.
They need a stop here.
Need a stop, and it's 3rd and 8. And that was that big Declan Earhart, who's we've mentioned his name a bunch too. He's definitely using some of that size. 3rd and long, 8.5 to go in regulation. Hoffman's going to drop back to pass. He's going to heave it downfield in the direction, well, Fritz again, but in the direction of Pegas again, I believe.
Pegas became the defender on that one.
Yes, he did. Fritz would have had number 2.
Yes.
And so once again, Man Valley's defense holds after the interception. That was a good throw by Hoffman. That might have been one of his better throws of the night.
Good positioning by Fritz, though. You want it?
Oh, absolutely. Inside the receiver.
Inside the receiver, your belt on his belt.
Yes.
I mean, you run with him, belt buckle to belt buckle. He looks up, you look up. And nice play.
Salih and Brown standing right around their 50-yard line for this punt.
Can't have any special teams foolishness here.
Salih, ooh, that was dangerous.
That was close to foolishness.
That was half foolishness. He made the play.
If you make the catch, all's forgiven.
Yes, and he did. And
now, did he signal fair catch, or did he just come catch it?
I think he came up and caught it and went down on the ground. Okay. So obviously that plays that renders the play.
Got to catch the kicks.
Yes,
I mean,
you do.
Catch all kicks. He caught it.
He did.
Good for
it goes to the catch in the books, right? And it's on the Hagerstown 47-yard line, so good field position again.
Tell your punt returners, as soon as the ball's kicked, make a decision. Are you going to catch it? Are you going to let it roll? Are you going to try to field it on the bounce? Field it on the bounce is the worst decision because the ball's not round and it's not going to go where you want it to go, and then it ends up playing you. But so he made a decision, go come catch it, made the right decision.
Boog had to let go of the tackle. Reitz got away, though.
North tackling way up high. They're tired.
Yeah, we got a cramp here again, right at midfield, I think.
Second helmet grab we've seen, not counting the face mask.
Marquez Dutton is down for North High. Looks like it's just a cramp, but that's a 5-yard gain for Jacob Reitz. So good to see. If you're Man Valley, you're happy Reitz is back to help tote the ball here in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, you want to get down here, and if you got a shot at field goal now, you take it.
The longest running series in Carroll County, all-time matchup, South Carroll, Westminster. We're going to have it next week for you for our game of the week. It's at Ruby Field in Westminster as the Owls and Cavaliers meet for the, 60th time or so in their history. Our pregame show starts at 6:45. In late 60s, I think the series
68, 69 should have been the first year of that.
And don't forget, always, every Wednesday, we have Game On, our weekly magazine show, where we got you covered on all things Carroll County High School sports. Our next one will be September 18th, airing at 7 p.m. Don't miss Game On. Brought to you by CMSportsNet. Yeah, South Carroll Westford. I've covered a couple of them in my day. I know you've seen a few of them yourself. Coached in a couple of them, yeah. Rivalries are always cool. That was always the end of the season game. Then for a while it was the first game of the year for a couple of years, and now of course it's middle of the season. Different teams now in the county, in the Carroll County Athletic League, but you get up more for games like that.
I think it's still a big deal.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially in years where they're both good, which has been more often than not the last several years.
There's your team stats through this point in the game, and the first downs are still heavy on Man Valley. The rushing yards got a little closer thanks to James Jackson if you're a Hubs fan. And look at that, 6 turnovers so far. Not much to say in the way of passing yards for North Hagerstown.
Yeah, and only 1 first down in this half. They had 3 at the half, correct?
300 plus yards for Man Valley, and there's a good sign that Dutton's walking off as best he can under his own power. Cramping is a big deal here early in the season, correct?
Yes.
Talking about another game that's a rivalry. It's next week for for FSK and Winters Mill. I know you're.
It was the 10th game for a while,
and now it's game 3. And last year it came down to the final play of the game up at FSK. And Winters Mill came in with a 7-6 victory, sort of helped them propel them into that 9-win season. And it looks like North High may have jumped.
That'll help. Yeah, there's been a couple of. When I started out, there was the key in North Carroll. That was the rivalry, South Carroll.
Right.
And you played at the end of the year.
You played your MVAL games, or Noxie Valley Athletic League
games.
And
so then we started playing them first.
Yep.
And then.
Was that a bigger deal because it was your only county game for many years?
Oh, it was to us.
Yeah.
It
had to be, right? Because if you won it, hey, 1-0, we're county champs.
And we took every opportunity to say that.
Yeah.
We're undefeated. But
yes, nobody beat us in the county.
I will say it did lose a little bit being the first game rather than the last game.
Sure. North Carroll played Liberty a lot, too, after that in the last game of the year.
Yeah, when they built a new school, and then they would end up with, for several years, we played Williamsport.
That's right.
The last game because there were an uneven number of teams. And
nice tackle there by, looked like 84, although I don't see an 84 unless I saw it wrong. That was Reeds on the carry. Actually, it looks like 64. Tony Abange. He's a defensive lineman. Might have been 64.
I believe that's correct.
Numbers are a little tough for North Hagerstown in the, I'll call them squished. See how Man Valley's numbers are like the old Alabama numbers.
Yes.
North Highs are a little more of a
they have that
font.
with the outline.
New font there. 3rd and short coming up. And this is a big first down to get.
Nicer picture.
Yeah. This is a big 3rd down. I talked about 3rd downs, coach. This is a big one. They want to try to keep this drive going. Oh, that looked like almost a wrong hand. I don't know what happened there, but that's not what you wanted to do if you're the Mavericks. That was Reeds.
No.
He lost yards, and I think we're going to have
That's not been one of their...
Yeah, Ferran switched hands there. I think he had it in the wrong hand to hand it off. Something went wrong there, miscommunication-wise. You got to punch.
It did not look like. I was going to say that was not been one of their better plays, but it has been when they've been able to bend it outside. But with the apparent mishandling of the ball, the play didn't go where it's been going. This is huge. Get them on a long field.
Now that goes out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. It's always one of those things where the white hat will mark it. Actually, there was a flag. Let's see. Okay, there maybe it fell out. The side judge had a flag in his hand, but All right, so they're marking it 24-yard line. So not terrible punt from Fritz, but I think it might have wanted a few more yards out of it there.
I don't know if there's been a change in how they mark punts, and I didn't see them doing it the old way here.
Yeah, you're right.
The referee used to come and stand right where the punter kicked from.
And he would wait, right?
And one of the side guys would come walking up the sideline until it intersected with where the ball landed. That seemed to be pretty efficient to me. Now it's like they let the guy on the sideline make the decision.
New ball carrier, DeJour Johnson, number 22.
They got a bunch
North
of them.
High.
That's as nice a run as anybody else's. That's his first carry, I think.
He got 7 yards, so 7-yard gain for Johnson. This is him again.
That's a gaping hole.
A big hole. So first down for Johnson. So if you're North High, you got to go back to that sugar, whatever you call it, sugar huddle or no huddle, and go quick, right?
Yeah, and I just keep pounding it between the tackles. I mean, they've off tackle. Jackson got it outside a couple times, but it started inside there.
This is Johnson again. This time, Man Valley a little better to swallow up that gap. But he's still got about 4 yards. There comes a flag flies.
Get yappy.
Now, let's see.
Get yappy.
Let's see what happens here. Craig Savage a little bit limping as he gets up, but the flag comes out. Oh, it's on Man Valley. So that's 15 more yards, though. 52 said something. And then Coach Coons is asking the white hat official, and I think he put up 5-2. That's Crew Boog. So you got to keep
you can't.
to yourself.
You just. I'm not trying to disparage any young people out there, but it's selfish. It's selfish. I need to say this. Well, your team just got pushed back 15 yards because you had to say something.
And it's a first down, too. That time. Is that 6 again? Yeah, Gilliam. So you know who we haven't seen in a long time is James Jackson.
Yes.
So we haven't seen him in the backfield in a long time, and I don't know if that was an injury or what, but he has not been in these last few series.
Man Valley's awfully happy he's not in there.
Yeah.
These guys are not
These guys
inept
are doing a pretty
either.
good job. Here's Johnson again, and this time it's Braden Foreman, and the ball came out. Let's see what they call.
Call him down, I think.
Yeah, Foreman made the tackle. It was Johnson that had the carry. And he lost yards.
Okay, just play in the next one.
Here it is. Let's see. Was he down? I mean, they called him down, so it's over now. But yeah, I think he was. Pretty close, but he was. 3rd and long. Hoffman to throw. He's wide open. Is the catch number 3? But I think he's a little short on the first down. Oh, wait. They're going to first down. I think that was Ronnie Savage, number 3, made the catch, I believe.
The underneath pass has been there for them. And that's more, I think, in the quarterback's repertoire.
Handoff up the middle. It's number 6 again. Gilliam. So 3.5 minutes to go. Hagerstown needs the touchdown and the extra point to tie it. We still got 30-plus yards to go, or a little bit less than that, actually, 27 or so. Handoff again. All right, that was a tackle for loss.
Once again, 2 plays. You have to make 2 plays.
Number 18, I think, carried that one. Or is that 10? Yeah, 10. My bad. Fauntleroy. It's hard to see. I apologize. It's hard to see some of the numbers. That is 10. Tyquell Fauntleroy. And now it's a 3rd and long again. Hoffman in the backfield. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Fauntleroy. Give credit to 32, Peyton Droddy. And now a big play. 4th and 9. Really, 4th and 10.
I think North has all their timeouts.
They
so
do.
Even if you get a stop here, you're going to have to work.
Yeah, absolutely. 4th and 10. The biggest play so far. Out to pass. Pegas has it. Did he get enough? Let's see. I don't think he did. He had to get. Ooh, they spot him at the 20. Ooh, I think he did get it. Hang on.
They're saying move the chains.
No, they're actually going to measure.
They're
going to measure.
Well, you can ask for the measurement.
So they're marking it at the 20, right at the 20, and they had to get, they were just past the 30. It looked like the stick, now that's unofficial, the box, but.
Well, they're inside the 20.
Looks like they are, yes. I think they got it. That's a big conversion.
And they've had that underneath pass all night.
I think
so
they have,
when they needed it, they pulled it out. I don't know. Well, now I know.
Oh, Man Valley defense thought they were long, didn't get it, but the white hat officials gives the signal for first down. He's talking to their defense. That was weird. Look at Man Valley. What?
I hate the palms up. Don't do the palms up. Anybody.
Palms down? You want palms down?
No, I don't want them
palms.
Gesticulating.
Got it, okay. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Finish.
I think that was Gilliam again, number 6.
Showing up big. You got to show up 3 more plays. Now, if you get a stop, it's over. I don't care how many timeouts they have. It's just not going to be enough time to do it.
2 minutes, right. Coach Coons is right. 2 minutes. That was a gain of about 1. Hoffman's going to throw it. There's that underneath to Pegas. This time they wrap him up. He gets away.
Do not wrap him up.
They do not wrap him up. You're right. And Pegas gets out. Oh, no, they're going to say, yeah, he was out of bounds, or at least he got enough for the first down. So now you're looking at a 1st and goal.
Blue needs somebody to step up here and make a play.
Inside I think that down to about the 6-yard line. Looks like maybe the 5-yard line. It's a handoff to Gilliam. And he runs it, rushes in. Let's see, did he get there? He did. Touchdown. Touchdown, Ty Gilliam.
They came back to that. They had kind of gotten away from it. That was the play that Jackson broke early in the game, where they just kind of ride that outside.
And that touchdown was huge, but this is even bigger. And if you remember, they're going to call a timeout. Hey, I wonder if Hagerstown is going to think about it. Think about maybe going for 2?
Why not?
I was only going to bring that up because the PAT, remember, was a low liner in that first touchdown they had. So what would you do here, Coach Coons, with 1:39 to go, and you're down 1? The PAT would tie it. The 2-pointer would give you the lead. I'm picking your brain here on the spot.
Well, I'm having a flashback to
which year?
The Williamsport game. My last year as head coach.
I was there.
And for the life of me, I wish we would have run a fake for this very reason. We had kicked 2 of 3 extra points all year, and also if it failed, it would have been my fault. Whereas if you miss the kick, then everybody wants to beat on the kicker. And I felt like I should have taken that off the kid.
Well, it was a hell of a year that year for you guys.
We had fun.
Key history, 9 wins and a playoff berth.
We had fun.
Definitely rejuvenated the program, rejuvenated the community.
Yeah, we went on a good run after that, that's for sure.
It was only 24 years ago.
I know.
Well, here we go. It looks like the offense is on the field, and now Man Valley calls timeout. So the offense is on the field.
I don't dislike this. I think this is pretty gutty, particularly since North's never beaten Man Valley. They're going to say, all right, we're going to beat you now or we're not.
Right. And there's still 1:39 seconds left. So, but now you're down to 2 timeouts.
Now, when you ask me about that, maybe you don't trust your kicker, and that plays into it. But in terms of playing the overtime and playing from the 10, I think North has the advantage there. So if I were them, I would probably kick this
Now,
but if you don't trust your kicker,
right,
and you're trying to make a statement, or what,
early, let's go for it, right?
I mean, tough to. It's like everything else. It's going to get judged by the results.
Sure.
If they miss it, oh, what a dumb call! He should have kicked it. But I think it shows you some leadership, and I think the kid's probably looking at the coach, and the coach says, we want to win. Coach Buck says, we want to win.
They want to try to win it, or at least take the lead right here. Oh, and they stop him. John Day, guess who?
Yeah, that was very similar to the play they ran for the touchdown.
That was George Johnson on the run, and there comes another flag. That's long after the play, but that's a stop on the 2-point conversion.
All right, well now, if this is a flag on Man Valley and it's marked on the kickoff and it's up 15 yards, you onside kick it.
Take a look here at this play.
And
you've been talking about John Day all day, all night.
And a great tackle. Not up trying to tickle him. I mean, down getting his leg.
We'll see it again. I mean, they were just kind of give it to Johnson and he was going to try to get around the left side. Blew it up right there. Got right past Fauntleroy.
Yeah, was Fauntleroy a wide out? What does he play? He's a running back.
He may have been set up over there. Yeah,
he didn't initiate much contact there. Looks like the.
So, yeah, you're right. That's going to be assessed on the kickoff. Let's see. You're right about the onside. I mean, you're going to onside kick anyway, I would think, right, if you're North High.
Yes. I don't see any penalty being assessed. So.
No, he's actually calling it right there, right by the ball. Black Hat just did it, so they're going to mark it off.
Yeah, see, now, if this turns into a recovered onside kick, then this is something that the coaching staff at Man Valley is going to have to address. They've hurt themselves 3 times.
Oh, you're saying if North High recovers
it? Foolishness. And that, fellas, we need to grow up a little bit. And it's not Man Valley. It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
You're being general. We're just here at this game, so this is the main game we're watching. But let's see what North High does here. Now, Man Valley's got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they can get up to the exactly. They can get up to the 45-yard line here. Let's see what North High does. It's got to go 10 yards. They got it. Man Valley got it.
That's a good decision there. That's the toughest thing on an onside kick. The guy's up in the front. If it goes 5, leave it there. It's our ball. If it goes 10, get on it. But if it goes 8 or 9 and it's rolling around, now what do? And we tell our kids, hey, make it sit, get on it.
Ethan Atkinson got on it, and that's right. I mean, you know it's got to go 10, but you can also just end it if you run up and get on it, right?
And you can stand there and watch it at 8, and all of a sudden it goes 10, and you're standing there flat-footed.
And then you're in trouble.
And you're in trouble. Get on the ball.
All right, so I think North High's got 2 timeouts, but again, I don't think it's going to matter here. 1st and 10, Mavericks from the 36-yard line.
Well, clearly a first down will end it.
Correct. Yeah, you're right. If they could stop it twice, you would have to punt it back with just a few seconds left.
Right?
I'm going to run plays.
I'm going to run an offense.
They're going to go in. Looks like they're in victory formation, unless I missed a timeout. Oh, nope. It sure looked like they bunched it up in victory formation, and now you're North High. You make this tackle and you make the stop. That was Reitz, I think. Yep, Reitz, 23. Tony Abange, too, 64. Also Savage. All right, so
2 guys who also, both of those guys have played well for North.
Savage's name a lot. Now that's a timeout, North High. I think they've got 1 left. I think.
Well, if they only have 1 left, they're in trouble. If they have 2, they got a shot. The other thing here at the end is if everybody's testy, you don't want to do anything foolish because you could still be ejected, and then you can't play next week.
Right. See Bernie Coons. He's got his conditioning work in too as he's backpedaling to the sideline there. 2nd and 9. Here's another run. This is Reitz, and he's closer now to a first down. So now So that was their last time out. So this will, in all effect, end it if Man Valley, well, it will end it if Man Valley gets a first down, because the Hubs cannot stop the clock after this play. Run it one more time, right? Would you dare to throw it here?
Oh, no.
You don't like that idea?
No.
3rd and 5?
No.
You sure?
No.
So what you're saying is no.
No. If you're asking me, is there a chance? No.
There's no chance. You're saying there's no chance.
There's no chance.
All right. You sound like Coach Krause.
Well, that's a compliment. I mean, they can't stop the clock, but you have to run another play.
Yes,
I mean,
you do.
That's 87 seconds there. So.
Well, first down, right. No first down, and then you can Man Valley, you can burn it all the way down, call a timeout, and kick the punt. But I think they're going to want to try to get about 4 to 5 yards here and have a win in their home opener. And they're going to get it.
Nice.
It's Braden Fritz, and he smartly slides down.
Smart.
Braden Fritz with one of the wide receiver sweeps is going to end it. And Man Valley
Now
is
you can run
1-1.
Run your victory formation.
And that play, you talked about the underneath pass for North High. That play has been working well. And you said they want to run it so desperately. They run it well in the second half with Luca Brown and in that time with Braden Fritz. 207 rushing yards for the Mavericks tonight.
That's a nice night.
That helps them get to 1-1 and gives them their first win of the 2024 season. Barring any catastrophic handoffs here, this should be the last few plays.
All right.
A reminder to stay tuned. We'll have a little bit of a post-game show for you where we'll talk to one of the players of the game, the player of the game, the CMSportsNet player of the game. And we'll talk to Coach Coons about his thoughts on what we saw here tonight as Manchester Valley runs wild and is going to get a win against the Hubs. That should be the last play. And Manchester Valley is going to escape just like they drew it up with a 14-13 victory.
They did some things very, very well, and then they did some things that made it a little tough on themselves. But that's probably every game.
Lining up for the handshakes here in midfield as the final seconds tick away.
I liked this better when it was not orchestrated.
The handshakes?
I liked it better when you just went and talked to the guy you played against.
Oh, you mean like
way back in the day?
Yeah.
Way back. Used to have the best conversations with Stan Biggis from Frederick.
Ah, yes.
And some years later, I'm doing the shot put at a
track meet.
Yeah. Keeping the, judging it.
Yep.
And I want to say it was his daughter, but it might have been his granddaughter.
Okay.
And you Stan Biggis?
Yes, sir.
Stan played on that team that had Chuck Foreman and Pete Cooper and that.
Yes. He was pretty good. Chuck Foreman.
That team was all right. It was very aggravating to us because our senior year, one of our assistants, Coach Craven, was the head coach.
Okay.
And it didn't go well for us.
Well, Frederick made it tough back in those days, and so did Chuck Foreman.
We were junior year. That was probably the best high school game I ever played in. Was against them.
Yeah.
And it was all right. But,
well, things went all right here, too, for Man Valley. Absolutely. 14-13 final score.
They did the things they had to do when they had to do them.
Yeah, they overcame a few mistakes, and I know you don't like those personal fouls at 15 yards, but
not even personal fouls. I mean,
unsportsmanlike. You're right.
They just personal foul I can almost understand at times, but
a lot of that credit too. Sorry, I was going to just say is their way they bent but didn't break on North Hagerstown's offense.
And like every game, it had several little subplots to it, and you have to manage those. And I thought Man Valley did a really nice job of managing it. But North, I mean, 14-13 is a great game.
Sure.
North played well.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I think trying to throw it deep there a couple times, that didn't help them.
Right.
And the big interception by Fritz, I think, was as key as anything.
See the coaches talking to their respective teams. There's Nathan Butts, again, his first year as head coach, but he's been with the program for a long time. He's been in a lot of these huddles, and he definitely has the right words to say. Some heads are down right now. I don't really blame him going for it there on the 2-point
No,
play.
I like that. That showed you a little something.
And then if you're Man Valley, again, you've got a lot to be positive about. The running game was great. There you see Bernie Coons talking to his guys. They made some big throws when they had to. I give Ferran some credit for making those big throws. Braden Fritz had a pick, had a nice couple catches. Luca Brown had that long touchdown catch. Take away a couple of those unsportsmanlikes. There weren't too many bad penalties. I mean, those were bad. But the other ones, it was a pretty clean game in terms of not a lot of holding, not a lot of false starts.
Yeah, as an old South High guy, it hurts me to say anything good about North, but yeah, they played well.
Yes,
they played well. It was an entertaining, well-played game. I thought Man Valley, to address one of the things you just said, they managed situations well. You know, they were getting hurt by this run, and they
stopped it.
Adjust whatever they did, and they stopped it. They didn't let themselves get run out.
Right.
And they didn't do anything other than the non-playing fouls. They didn't do anything foolish in terms of trying to make plays. You know, they ran their offense. Their defense was exceptional. The few number of first downs that North had, I think, is certainly an indicator of how well Man Valley played on defense.
We're going to go to the highlights for you here from tonight's game here momentarily. As you see the huddles, here we go. The first half highlights, or the good game highlights, pardon me. And this was that long catch to Luca Brown. Long pass to Luca Brown. Nice catch, and they got Man Valley on the board after North High scored.
And that was so unlike the rest of the game, that play.
Yeah, you're right.
The game was a bit of a slugfest. I mean,
you can see it in some of these tackles and things like that. Nice tackle there. That was Fauntleroy coming out. There's John Day. It's one of the first times you mentioned his name. This was that fourth down where Earhart had the pressure and almost intercepted by Salih. And this one, I believe, is going to be that. Oh, yeah, they're going to wrap him up. No, actually, I got around him there on that nice play. So, yeah, that was James Jackson, who we didn't see a lot of, Coach, in most of the second half. He must have got dinged up. Yeah.
What happened?
There's Luca Brown on that receiver sweep that turned out positive. This might be the one where the pick lands in North High's lap. Got tipped to the line there. That was close to being a knee down, but good job by number 20 for North High, Novisi, to get that interception. But again, Matthew Ferran did a pretty good job, I think, calling the offense and making things happen with his legs and his arm.
Yeah,
that was a great catch there by Luca Brown.
He had the better arm, I think, as the quarterback. He was very mobile. That kept him out of some bad situations. Yeah, I'd like to know what happened with Jackson.
Yeah, well, maybe we can catch up with them another time. But some nice throws. That was a really nice throw there down the middle, and that was Luca Brown with the catch. And then Fran used his legs here and ran it in for a touchdown that gave them the 14-7 lead after the PAT. North High would come down and score.
And I like that was an interesting call too, because he didn't do that any other time. You didn't see him running the ball much.
And this was a great job by Man Valley defense to shut down the offensive, the running game for that airmail pass. Braden Fritz with the pick. And then reversed field there and got some positive yards out of it. This was the interception in the end zone.
Yeah, I didn't like this one. I didn't think this was a good decision.
Yeah, but there was a hold there too, so it was going to come back anyway. So instead, he gave North High the ball back. Now, this was them. I believe this is going to be the touchdown. No, that was the 2-point play.
That's Dave's play. That was play of the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Several big plays, but that was certainly one of them.
And then when they needed a first down here late, they got it.
Really like that.
You like that, right, where he slides down. So a good job by Fritz and a good job by Man Valley. And we'll look at the final team stats, and there it is. First downs, almost doubling them up. over 300 yards of offense. The 3 turnovers, you want to go to work on offense, but the way they held North High's passing game to 63 yards, you can hang your hat on that.
Yes, and again, I think North had the better receivers, but Man Valley had good receivers and the better QB. So I didn't realize. I mean, if you look at North had 6 first downs in the second half. So, they got their feet under them a little bit.
They did.
I mean, the game came down to the end. It was exciting. I mean, they put the pressure on them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but, no, man, that's a nice win. That's a nice win for Man Valley.
I needed
a lot
to win.
of good things. A lot of good things.
Turning the script around after the Perry Hall game last week.
I mean, you can sit down and look at your film now and address the things that need to be addressed without, because when you lose, it's these things got us beat. Well, we did these things and we need to clean them up, but but they didn't get us beat. And that's I assume they come in tomorrow and look at film and whatnot. They're going to enjoy that.
And they enjoyed tonight for sure. Mike Coons, we appreciate you being on the broadcast for us. Hopefully we can get you back. Hopefully we can get you back in the game. Stick with us though. We're going to have an interview with the CMSportsNet Player of the Game right after this quick break. We have a little more for you in our Game of the Week. Don't go away.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
You can help shape the future. Attend the Kiwanis Youth Leadership Forum. Join us on October 1st at 6:30 p.m. in the Exploration Commons at the Westminster branch of the Carroll County Public Library for a community forum on youth leadership education. Learn from experienced professionals about the essential leadership skills young people need to succeed, including problem solving, communication, and teamwork. Investing in youth leadership education is vital for building a stronger community. It empowers young people to become active citizens, solve complex problems, and create positive change. Kiwanis has a proven track record of empowering young people to become positive forces in their communities. Join us to learn how you can contribute to this important work and help shape the future of our county. Kiwanis invites you to be part of this inspiring community event. Your participation will make a difference in the lives of young people.
Skill, dedication, leadership. Just a few of the things it takes to be named CM Sportsnet's Athlete of the Week. Hi, I'm Pat Stoetzer. Each week, CM Sportsnet recognizes an outstanding player for their contribution to their sport. Meet some of Carroll County student athletes and join us as we celebrate their performance, impact, and outstanding accomplishments.
CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Barnes Bollinger Insurance and by Raising Cane's.
Hey there, I'm Pat Stoetzer.
And I'm Michael Duffy, inviting you to join us for The Score and more.
Each week we'll talk about high school sports in Carroll County. We'll share information about upcoming games, highlight coaches and athletes, and much more.
We'll even try to have a little fun along the way. Don't miss the Score and More podcast presented by CM Sportsnet.
The Score and More Sports podcast is available online at carrollmediacenter.org and on a variety of podcast channels.
Brought to you by Farmers and Merchants Bank. Player of the Game. CMSportsNet Player of the Game is brought to you by Genova's To Go and by Anne Arundel Dermatology.
Welcome back, CMSportsNet Game of the Week, and now we're joined by the CMSportsNet Player of the Game, and it's junior John Day of Manchester Valley. John, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
You're doing it on both sides of the ball tonight. Just tell me the feeling of from last week, the Perry Hall game, which they're a tough customer, and North High is a good team too. But what was the mood like this week as you guys prepared for this home game, the first one, and you tried to just kind of get the Perry Hall game in the back, in the rearview mirror and move forward?
Yeah, definitely. So the Perry Hall game, that was a very hard game. They have some very good players, and we knew North Hagerstown would be more in our comp, and we could compete. So we really put the work in this practice, and we performed.
Yeah, you knew it was going to be a tough game too, and a close game. Both defenses had big plays. The running games were well. I believe this is the final play here, the 2-point conversion. Tell me what you were doing here, because you shed a good block there and made a play.
Yeah, so I was on a blitz. Our defensive coordinator called a blitz, and so I was just going, and I just happened to make the play.
They had marched the ball down there pretty effectively, and I think their number one, James Jackson, wasn't in the game anymore at that point, so they had different running backs in there. Did you have to quickly adjust on the fly? Because they had playmakers and speedy guys on offense, and your defense was really put to the task on that last drive.
Yeah, definitely. So I actually came out for a little bit, and I came back just on the 2-point conversion and just made the stop.
Good timing.
Yeah, very good.
But the defense's ability today, I mean, turnovers, obviously, you want to clean those up a little bit too, but both sides, and especially you gave them short fields a couple times, and the defense continued to stand tall. What's that say about a team that had just given up 34 points last week to Perry Hall, and like you said, comes back to maybe a more comparable opponent and holds them to 13 points?
Yeah,
that's a big deal.
We did amazing on defense today. It was lights out, and coming off of that, how many points? 34 from Perry Hall, and just I think we have some of the best defense in the county, definitely. So, and we definitely showed it today.
You definitely did. And last question for you. We got county plays about to begin. The first 2 games sort of out right now anyway, out of the way, and more county games are going to pick up. A win like this, I mean, we look at Man Valley, and we the fans and the people in the community know who graduated. The quarterback gone, all the running backs were gone, a lot of the receivers were gone. But there are guys back from last year that were on this team, and younger guys, yourself getting a chance to do it. Does a win like this give you that little springboard that, hey, we want to go forward, use this win, and make some noise in the Carroll County Athletic League?
It definitely does. With a bunch of seniors graduating, our juniors, we know we had to step up, fill some positions, and we know we're going to do good in the county this year.
Yeah, well, you had a nice game today. Congratulations on the win, and good luck the rest of the year. John Day, our CMSportsNet Player of the Game. That's going to do it for our Game of the Week broadcast. Just a reminder, next week we'll be at Westminster High School for the next Game of the Week with South Carroll and Westminster squaring off at Ruby Field. Also a reminder that we have a game on coming up on Wednesday nights, and Monday nights our Sports Talk at Island Green show. Just getting started there. Look on our website and our social media channels for more information about that every Monday at 6 p.m. Be sure to catch all of our content online on Facebook and YouTube, as well as our website at CMSportsNet.com. And you can watch us on cable channel HD72. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at CMSportsNet Action. Also, a big thanks to Liz Padgett and all the people here at Man Valley. Liz Padgett, the AD, everyone for making it possible. Thanks to John Day for giving us a few minutes. And thanks to Coach Coons early in the week. For Mike Coons, I'm Pat Stoetzer saying have a good Friday, have a good weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.